Alright, welcome back! We have Act 5 right in front of us.
Woo.
Look at that place.
5. Let's go.
Elsewhere in Paradox Space, we examine another planet, forgotten by time, but we will strive to remember. What was this planet's name? Enter name. Oh, haha, nice one, Smarty Pants. Really hilarious. Let's get real here. No more clowning around. That is much better. In fact, as it happens, your guess is precisely correct. What are the odds? We examine the planet Alternia. Somewhere on this planet, there is a young troll. Hivebent. This young troll stands in his respite block. It just so happens that today, the 12th bilunar perigee of the 6th dark season's equinox, is the day of this young troll's larval awakening, also known as his wriggling day. Though it was 6 solar sweeps ago he was given life, it is only today he will be given a name. 6 Alternian solar sweeps, for convenient reference, is equivalent to 13 Earth years. Earth, also for convenient reference, is a planet that does not yet exist. What will the name of this young troll be? Enter name. You enter something predictably derogatory, and this guy gets fed up by your shenanigans in record time. This guy has a lot of troll pals, and their adventures are going to be quite extensive and convoluted, to an even greater degree than one perhaps may be accustomed. He thinks that if you think that we have time to drag out every little gag and expected pattern along the way, you've got another thing coming. He thinks you should cram that sobering understanding in your chitinous windhole and tamp it down hard with your ugly, stupid-looking cartilage nub. Try again. Your name is Carcat Vantaz. As was previously mentioned, it is your wriggling day, which is barely even worth mentioning. It is an anniversary, if anything, to lament the faults of your existence, of which there are assuredly plenty. Equally plenty, and somewhat related to that topic, are your interests. You have a passion for ridiculously terrible romantic movies and rom-coms. You should really be embarrassed for liking this dreadful cinema, but for some reason you are not. You like to program computers, but you are notoriously pretty awful at it. Your programs invariably damage the machines on which they are executed, which is just as well since you like to believe you specialize in computer viruses. When you mature, you aspire to join the ranks of the most lethal members of your society, the Threshexecutioners. You like to practice with your really cool sickle, but just wind up looking like kind of a doofus by yourself in your room. You like to chat with some of your other troll pals, most of which drive you batshit up the fucking belfry. You've been trying out a new chat client beta called Trollian, and you are not really sure what you think about it yet. Your troll tag is carcinogeneticist, and you speak in a manner that is almost exclusively ornery all the time. Later, you will play a game with 5 other friends and go on a big adventure with them. This game, for convenient reference, is a game that does not yet exist, but it will soon. What will you do? Carcat, examine slimy purple pod. It is your recuperacoon. I swear that is not spelled that way in any other page. It is your recuperacoon, full of nourishing soper slime. Every young troll enjoys the cozy embrace of such a vessel each night, and the relaxing ooze helps assuage the terrible visions of blood and carnage that plague the dark subconscious of your species. It is so inviting. A few minutes couldn't hurt. Carcat, get in. Okay, this sure is cozy and all, but you can't be napping all day like a chump. Damn it, you're a busy guy. You're sort of a big deal. Goddamn slime. Now you have to change your clothes, too. What were you thinking? Luckily, all your clothes are the same. Trolls think fashion is stupid. Carcat, examine movie posters. Okay, it's time to get serious here. Sweet Troll Gigas, let's get real and get down to some major business. You space out and get caught up reading the titles of the films for about 5 minutes. Wow, these movies are pretty great. You don't care what anyone says. Pure magic. Is that John Cusack? The thing that most people don't realize is that John Cusack is a universal constant. This movie, okay, this one even you have a hard time defending, but still, it's so good. The best thing about it is how Troll Sandler doesn't make you want to punch anything. Like, nothing at all. Really hard or anything. Carcat, capture log, sickle. You grab your trusty sickle with your encryption modus. To retrieve it, you'll need to hack the code to open the card vault left behind. This will...
They just keep getting worse.
Oh, the next one is so much worse somehow. This will obviously prove to be a completely ridiculous and untenable way of managing an inventory, and lead to a great many follies. Later on, you would swap your modus with your hacker friend, a guy who, unlike you, happens to be competent with programming. It would only make sense. But for the time being, it makes your life kind of a nightmare. There are so many stupid things that happen because of this modus. So many. You just have no idea. Carcat, take Card Vault. God damn it! You hear some unhappy grumbling through the hole below. This was not the coolest thing you could have done just now. Carcat, examine large black book. You make quite sure not to captcha log it and simply pick it up and read it. It is a thick programming manual called Till Death, a handbook for the imminently deceased. Till Death is an insufferable language to work with. Its logic is composed of nothing but infinite loops, or at best, loops of effectively interminable construction. The above page is the intro section the above page in the intro section documents the simplest possible Till Death code structure. Any code deviating from this basic structure will not compile. You have a whole bunch of code samples you've been messing around with on your computer. It's been frustrating at best and debilitating to your machine at worst. First of all, there's a quote by Troll Will Smith.
Troll Will Smith.
Also, John has this book. I want to point that out.
This language looks like hell. I'm gonna be real with ya.
This book is on John's bookshelf.
That is very weird and might have some weird implications.
Where did John get the book?
Who knows? Carcat, leave your room. You step outside your respite block, onto one of your hive's numerous extraterrestrial landing slots. You were allowed to design this hive when you were young, after you emerged victorious from your trials deep in the brooding caverns. You've lived here with your custodian ever since. It's almost as if your people have placed great cultural importance on teaching children to become architecturally adept while very young. It has been this way since ancient times. No one seems to know why that is. Getting to build your own hive at a young age using whatever meandering design you chose likely has left you jaded to the notion of customizing your abode. You certainly wouldn't get all that worked up about a game that happened to allow you to do such a thing. At least, not for that reason. Carcat, examine neighborhood. The lawn rings are empty. Blood skims the voids in your porous cranial plates as if grazing the hollow of a threshed stem, or say, an abandoned cocoon. A sour note is produced. It's the one agitation plays to make its audience squirm. It is your 6th wriggling day, and as with all 5 preceding blah blah blah, look. You don't have time for fancy poetry. It's almost as useless as those arm-swingy flappy things on mailboxes, assuming you even know what those were, which you don't. Trolls don't have mail. Mail is almost as useless as poetry to them. Poetry is the swing arm flappy dealy of words, and mail is the red tilty lever doodad of giving people shit. Frankly, you don't know about things skimming voids or grazing hollows or whatever. You've got ambition. You were meant to be a big shot, to be in charge of something huge and really important, and to be totally ruthless about it. You just haven't found the dominion in which you're destined for greatness yet, or even a vague concept of it. You haven't found your purpose, but you will tonight. You stew in your own impotent aggravation in the cool dusk breeze. During the dark seasons, it remains dusk for most of the day. It can stay dark for many bilunar perigees at a time, but even if it didn't, you would still have this feeling. You have a feeling it's going to be a long night. Carcat, go back inside. You head back into your block and hit up your computer station. No word from any of your loudmouth pals. No news is good news. Sweet music to your Oracle sponge clots. Carcat, check out magazine. It's the latest issue of Game Grub. This one appears to boast about exclusive leaks. They all boast about that. You're not even really sure what it means. Carcat, check out DVD. It is a DVD of one of your favorite series, The Thresh Prince of Bel-Air. It's about a green Thresh executioner cadet who sasses up the Blue Bloods in his Flay Squad pretty good. Their blood is literally blue. Lousy snobs. But Troll Will Smith shows them all how to loosen up. He is pretty much your hero. Troll TV shows have shorter titles than Troll movies because TV is a much newer form of media in their society. Which is a good thing because it would get pretty hard to make this funny joke otherwise. Carcat, get down to business on computer. Okay, enough messing around. Time to get some work done. Maybe a little programming or... Oh god. It figures that installing this new beta chat client would open the floodgates. All your moron friends are going to be hounding you relentlessly. Not that they needed an excuse before. You wonder what this chump wants. Carcat, answer Troll. That is you, Caden.
Oh god, there's no way in hell I'm gonna be able to, like, do whatever that is. What is up, my... Inventor?
You know what, sure.
Inventor?
What in the sweet almighty taint-chafing fuck do you want?
Not a motherfucking thing, bro. Other than I be checking out how my best motherfucking friend is at, yo.
I really can't stand you and I hate how you type. It just bothers me so much. Have I mentioned that?
You say it Pretty much every time we talk, yeah. But I don't have to. See. But I mean, man, this feels so motherfucking unnatural and shit. You just got to be going with that feels Reddit where your heart's up in, you know, best friend.
I wonder what kind of shitty thing I did to deserve such an awful best friend. Or maybe what terrible thing I'm going to do and get punished for in advance. Maybe I'm just like preemptively the worst fucking piece of trash who ever lived and don't even know it yet, but hey, look, your friendship is Exhibit A, I guess.
It's such a beautiful thing. This cruel disease called friendship.
Friendship isn't a disease, shit sponge. It's like a mistake, a big joke of nature.
It's a miracle!
Oh no, don't. Don't start with the miracles again.
Man, everywhere I look, all I see is motherfucking miracles. It's so spiritual, all these miracles and shit. Oh, like, just be talking this fucking tits bottle of fucking Fago. I just cracked up open. Jesus. And how it's being all, like, hissing and shit. Motherfucking hissing, man. Who went all and told it to do that? How would it even do that? It's crazy. It's a miracle. Okay, is he on crack or something?
Close enough.
Well,
It's
on Fago,
carbonation, you
apparently.
ignorant douche. Try getting school-fed sometime instead of slurping down that weird swill all day and fondling your stupid horns.
No, bro. I don't want to know. Don't even tell me. No one shit just steals up all the fucking magic from my miracles like a motherfucking thief. And that ain't cool.
The only miracle is that you like that disgusting sludge. Where do you even get that stuff? It's also a miracle how you dress like an imbecile and are basically the stupidest asshole I've ever known. Actually, you're right. There are miracles everywhere. I've been a fool.
See, man, I'm straight up telling you, miracles. It's like, alright, computers, right? What the fuck? Miracles is what?
Fuck you. Fuck you for me just reading that.
Anyways, what's up with your bad self mysterious here? Isn't something big all going down?
What?
I heard something big was going all down. Just all be telling me all what motherfucking's up and all about.
Stop saying all. Are you talking about TA's thing?
Yeah, fuck yeah, man. So mysterious. I'm never getting chased to be amazed by all these fucking mysteries. Let's go for us.
Ugh. Anyway, I don't know what's up with that. Maybe I'll talk to him tonight about it. Maybe I won't. It's probably just another one of his projects that winds up being completely useless and a huge waste of my time.
Yeah, maybe, but he's your best friend, though, so it's all cool. Anyway, I thought this sounded like a pretty big motherfucking deal, you man.
What?
Oh, bro, never mind. I just fucking did like the scare the shit out of myself here. These damn horns.
You've got to get rid of those things. They make it more embarrassing to know you, which is a friggin' miracle that that's even possible. Like, wow, God sure cooked up a doozy there. Twinkly-eyed son of a bitch just keeps you guessing, doesn't he?
Man, you know you want to give my horns a good squeeze.
Actually, you know what would be the miracle to end all miracles? It'll be if I ever meet a kid I despise more than you. That'll make me a motherfucking convert. I'll see lights so bright I'll need GC to walk me around so I don't bump into shit. Sign me up for your idiotic clown religion, okay?
Okay, you fucking got it, brother. God, I feel like I'm a crack or something reading that.
Whoa, what the
God.
motherfuck? Who's this motherfucking motherfucker? It's cool, life is like that sometimes. It's full of mysteries. You'll be doing one thing, then something else hits you like just like that, and you roll with it. That's what you do when life hands you lemons. You sure as fuck don't make lemonade, because who the fuck knows where that fucking shit comes from? It's squeezed out of miracles is where. So what's this motherfucker's name? Enter name. Your name is Gamzee Makara. You get pretty excited by clowns of a grim persuasion, which may not be in full possession of their mental faculties. You belong to a rather obscure cult, which foretells of a band of rowdy and capricious minstrels, which will rise one day on a mythical paradise planet that does not exist yet. The beliefs of this cult are somewhat frowned upon by those dwelling in more common lawn rings, but you don't care. You gotta be going with what feels right at where your heart's up in, you know? You like to practice on your one-wheel device, which you are god-awful at because your feet do not reach the pedals. You enjoy a fine beverage, and like to do a little baking sometimes. You've got all these horns all over the place, and sometimes you step on them and scare the shit out of yourself. You like to chat a lot with your pal Carcat, who is usually pretty cranky, but he's your best friend. You have a lot of other great friends who you also like a lot. Your troll tag is terminally capricious, and you speak in a manner that is just a little bit whimsical. What will you do? Gamzee, capture log bottle of Fago. You snag a bottle of Fago. To consume the beverage is what your fellow devotees refer to as kicking the wicked elixir. It is capture logged through your miracle modus. You have absolutely no idea how this thing works. And you don't want to know.
What is that?
Hey, I'm pretty sure he is literally just on crack. Like,
You were
that's...
so correct, Jacob. I forgot about this one.
Gamzee, capture log computer. You take your husk top. Sometimes you just like to pick stuff up and watch the colors. It's so
This is one of
beautiful.
my-
Life
This
is
is one of my
beautiful.
favorite panels.
Does he have like one brain cell? That
Seems like it.
sometimes decides to work.
Gamzee, ride one-wheel device. You decide to give this diabolical contraption another shot. Maybe one of these days you will get more suited to you'll get one more suited to your proportions. For now, this is all you have to work with. You just have to figure out how to stay on the thing without flying off the handle. You do some sort of acrobatic fucking pirouette off the handle and into a big pile of horns. Gamzee, sample delicious pie cooling on the counter. It is still piping hot, but you can't help yourself. You sneak a taste of the Soper Slime pie. You weren't supposed to eat that slime. It does funny things to a troll's head. But you were never taught that on account of a lousy upbringing. Your custodian was always out to sea. That is where he is now. Maybe you'll go outside and see if you can spot him. Gamzee, take a juggling club. You grab a juggling club. You'll need it if you're going to go out. It is dangerous to leave unarmed. Gamzee, go outside. You leave your hive and head out to the beach. There is no sign of your custodian. You should not stay out here very long. The sea dwellers are quite hostile. Someone is bugging you. This is exciting. You're always down for shooting the wicked shit with anyone who'll put up with you. Now, if only you could figure out how to get your husk top out of this stupid thing. It'll be a miracle if you can manage. Gamzee, retrieve husk top.
Not again.
You say a short prayer to your beloved mirthful messiahs and splash a pinch of special stardust in your face. Your Siledex launches your beverage far, far into the ocean.
No!
The Fago.
You wonder if you can just sort of reach over and... Gamzee, answer troll. Hey, Gamzees! You want to play gameses with me?
Hey, sounds like the motherfucking shit, bitches.
It sure is hard to ignore the weird things you say sometimes, but I'm gonna. The only reason I'm asking you is because your name is like game, and no other reason. Get it?
Well, I heard of worse fucking reasons to get all about to do something. Honk.
No, that should bother you, that reason. Why don't things like that bother you? No wonder Vantaz can't stand you. But who cares about him? We're gonna have some motherfucking shitty bitches playing together. Or whatever he said.
So is this the game I've heard about? The big mystery?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, this is gonna be fucking insane, but can we play a little later? I'm outside keeping an eye out here for the old goat. You know how it is with family.
No, not really. A derp.
Oh, yeah.
Durr. Way to go. How does that stupid bottled syrup of yours taste with your hoof so far up your mouth?
Sorry. Anyway, I'll go inside in a while. Why don't you get Carcat fire up the motherfucking with you? He likes games.
Oh no. God, can you imagine all the bitching and moaning? I used to try to play stuff with him, but wow, did I learn my lesson.
Alright, well, I'll try to get in and get up on my chill real soon and we can play. Just give me a minute.
Bullshit. You know you're just gonna sit there on the beach and space out and lose track of time. Hello? Gams?
What? Oh, sorry, I spaced out. Did you know how beautiful the sound of the ocean is? Have you ever even seen the ocean? Or, I mean, smelled it? Sorry.
Carcat, get some programming done.
Why do I get surfing douchebag from this?
I see it. Finally, some peace and quiet. Now you can bear down on your coding. This will surely last all evening, without interruption. You reopen one of your till death projects you started recently. You're still horsing around with the conditions for terminating the loops. What many till death coders do is import finite constructs and bind the loops to their lifespan. For instance, the main loop here will terminate on the death of the universe, labeled U. That way, you only have to wait billions of years for it to end, instead of forever. You've bound a subloop to the lifespan of the code's author, which is you. Any routine at the end will execute when you die. You figure this might be handy for coding something to release a final will and testament, or maybe some doomsday virus. You spend a lot of time thinking of ways to make the perfect doomsday virus. Conveniently absent from Tildat's extensive import library are entities with short lifespans, like a rapidly decaying particle that only lasts a millisecond sure would be handy, or even a fruit fly or something. But no, coding with this language is all about finding ways to trick it into doing what you want. Your hacker buddy is obnoxiously good at it. He sent you some files which you still don't understand, but you're not going to admit that. He's even better at making viruses than you, which really gets stuck in your nook. Karkat, check out one of his files. This code, when executed, immediately causes the user's computer to explode and places a curse on the user forever, along with everyone he knows and everyone he'll ever meet. Not surprisingly, later on you would run this code in a fit of stupidity. You don't know how he does stuff like this. What does this even mean? It's nonsense. Is it even syntactically viable? Are you allowed to color text like that? Maybe you should ask him about it sometime. Oh, speak of the devil, here he is bugging you about something. Time to put on your game face and pretend you don't think very highly of his abilities. Karkat, answer troll. Dylan.
Oh, it's me now. Okay. Was there anything I had to memorize with this?
Lisp.
Lisp. Okay. Okay. KK, don't flip out your shit about this. But I'm text. I'm sorry. What is that?
Twos are S's.
Okay. Setting you up to play a game with some people.
Why would I flip my shit about that?
Because you flip your shit about everything.
Well, will you look at this? Here's my shit, and yet it remains unflipped, just sitting there on the skillet getting burned on one side. It's a miracle.
Oh no, are you into miracles now too? Because if you are, you're fired preemptively from the game.
Fuck no!
Oh, nice.
Miracles are like poop stains on God's underwear.
Making fun of people's religions is the best thing to do.
That's why he hides them. They're fucking embarrassing. God wanders in mysterious ways.
Right on, but let's shut our mouths a second and talk about this game. It'll only be a second, really. You don't have to do too much.
Okay, good, because I'm pretty busy tonight. What is this thing anyway? Why all the secrecy?
Well, the story is that it's an immersive simulation that you play with a group. The long story is that the fate of our civilization depends on us playing it. I guess the long one was shorter than one. Fuck.
That sounds like melodramatic bullshit, but coming from you, color me unsurprised.
Screw you, Fantas. This shit's more real than craft grub sauce.
Right, okay. So you made this game?
No, more like I adapted it.
From what?
Some crazy technology, AA dug out of some ruins. Haven't you talked to her about it?
Man, no, I can't talk to her. She's so spooky. I don't know why most of her friends are such weirdos.
Probably it's because most trolls are, if you heard what I heard every night, I mean, wow, fuck.
No, let's not talk about your weird mutant brain. And don't scan mine or whatever. It's off limits, you douche.
I told you like a billion times I can't do that, you nervling fuckpod.
Why are you two up to this secret stuff? Why haven't you told me anything about this?
Okay, I'm sorry, but really, it's kind of private matter between me and her. I'd appreciate it if that was respected.
Oh god, stop being so sensitive. It's a repugnant quality.
Okay, how about you take your own advice? You are such a blubbering hypocrite. You're lucky I'm so fucking what is that?
Magnanimous is what that word is supposed to be.
Okay, I have never heard of that word to begin with.
Yeah,
The
no.
Magnanimous and charitable, cause otherwise there's no chance I'd waste my time on you.
What a load of shit. This act that you actually think you're a hotshot. You know you hate yourself.
Nobody hates himself. Nobody hates himself more than you, idiot.
Yeah, well, I hate you way more than I hate myself, and that's fucking saying something. In fact, I hate you more than I hate myself, and you hate yourself, and you hate me combined.
Oh fuck, that's not like every leaking. Is that orifice?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, orifice. It's got you. No, it. I hate the combined product of you and myself more than you could ever begin to hate me and myself and you and yourself on your worst day. So fucking deal with it.
Okay, timeout for the idiot. The idiot gets a timeout and shuts up for a second. That's you. Just tell me what to do about this game.
Okay, well I'll send you a download soon. I'm settling up 2 teams, like 2 separate competing teams, so that there's a better chance of at least one group winning. And also I guess to see which one can win faster.
Hold up. Did Hussy change? Like, what is this?
Wait.
Settling. Like settling up 2
It's
teams.
setting up. It's the word setting.
Oh.
Why is there a 1 here?
I thought that was an L, so I said like settling up 2 teams, you know, like saddling, but like settling.
He messed up the
okay.
lead speak.
Can
Oh no!
Can I just say that by the end of this, Dylan's just gonna naturally speak with the list.
I am going. You are ruining
That
me
is
right
the
now.
curse of Solux.
Like he will just, hey Dylan, and then like we're just gonna turn around one day
Like, yes.
because all we're gonna hear is the list.
Like,
This
yes.
is- okay, where am I at again?
Okay, let me guess. There's a red team and blue team, right?
Yeah, you're on red team. I will be the leader of the blue.
Okay, then I guess I can pick
Wisp.
my teammates then? What do you mean
Bro,
wisp?
you're
There were
not
no
the red
S sounds
team
in
leader.
I don't know.
I picked
had to
up
look away
DC for
a
that.
second.
What?
Dude, I did not think you'd be interested in this. Don't out all offended. Act all offended. I thought that was a you for a second.
Oh, wow, now I see. Really fucking clever picking the blind girl to lead the team you're competing with. I knew you were a cheater, low-life fucking scumbag with no scruples or self-esteem and were basically worthless on every level, but somehow I'm still disappointed in you.
Yeah, I am such an idiot for not rewarding your bubbly personality and impeccable people skills with a leadership gig. What an inconsiderate knuckle-pronged asshole I have been.
I am a hatched leader, and you know it.
I know your filthy seed flap is fluttering in the profane breeze that's shooting out of your stinking meal tunnel. I do know that much.
How do you get out of your cocoon in the morning knowing you're the worst thing a universe was ever responsible for? Also, it must be hard with your hands persistently bothering every mutated set of genitals, peppering that ghastly husk you pawn off as a body. Has a female ever looked at you without it once turning skyward and erupting like a vomit volcano? Answer me that.
This is so immature. I'm basically just laughing here at how immature you are. Like, I really give a fuck who the red leader is. You want to be the leader? Fine. Talk to GC about it.
I guess these conversations we have do get kind of embarrassing in retrospect. Are we not friends anymore because of the stuff I said?
You literally ask me that every time. Are you joking? I can't even tell anymore.
It's a joke, moron. Honestly, I'm just glad nobody else is privy to our conversations. Actually, why don't we make a pact to delete this one from our logs? I'm just shuddering here, scrolling up and reading this.
Yeah, okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was terrible. Okay, I'm gonna have to get used to that. It's combined of both very weird.
Speak
I've
with a
got used to the
lisp and
twos.
nightmare typing.
And also, it's all in almost yellow.
It's like mustard.
I have to like train 3 parts of my brain to be like, I gotta go lisp. I also gotta understand what I'm saying. Also, nightmare typing. Also, new words that I've never heard of before.
Sounds like someone downstairs is getting pretty crabby. This is not an encounter you are looking forward to. You'll probably put it off as long as you can manage. Why, who's this young lady? Enter name. Your name is Terezi Pyrope. You are pretty enthusiastic about dragons, but you have a particular affection for their colorful scales, which you gather and use to decorate your hive. Though you live alone, deep in the woods, you surround yourself with a variety of plushy pals known as scalemates. You often spend your days with them in rounds of live-action role-playing. You used to engage in various forms of more extreme role-playing with some of your other friends before you had an accident. You take an interest in justice, holding particular fascination for orchestrating the demise of the wicked. You have taken up study of brutal Alternian law and surround yourself with legal books. You have no need for copies printed in troll braille because you can smell and taste the words. You hope one day to join the honorable ranks of the legislaturators. Your troll tag is Gallows Calibrator, and you speak with the numerals the blind prophets once used. You are presently the leader of the red team, poised to begin a mysterious game with 5 other friends, in direct competition with another 6 of your friends comprising the blue team. What will you do?
She'd get along well with AR.
The idea that the
I think
8 old ones spoke in leet speak.
that is interesting.
By the time we're done reading these, we're gonna be like not able to type in regular typing anymore.
It looks so wrong. Where's the numbers?
Apparently, I
Where's the
talk like
leet speak?
Tavros.
that would be
Terezi,
insane.
cut to the chase and begin LARPing immediately. It's pretty hard to live-action roleplay when there is no one who is alive nearby, but all of your scalemates are alive to you. At least, you pretend to believe that to annoy people. You prepare a new campaign for one of your favorite scenarios, court block drama. His Honorable Tyranny presides. On trial is an especially detestable fellow, Senator Lemonsnout. You have sparred with this scumbag before. Tonight he faces justice. You will play the role of the prosecuting attorney. On Alternia, there is no such thing as a defense attorney, or a defense. In a court block, the word defense itself is offensive. Terezi, interrogate. Most of the interrogation is in the intimidating silence. Terezi, slap him around a bit. Slap. You don't want to slap too hard. Enough to sting, but not to bruise. It must be methodical, businesslike, and persistent. You only stop when you smell tears. Mr. Senator, you smell very nice. Your luscious yellow scales are like the sweetest gumdrops to the prosecution's nose. But your deceit stinks. Did you honestly think you could dip your corpulent snout into the imperial beetle coffers like that and get away with it? Did you think your revolting abuse of the public trust would go unnoticed? Think again, good senator. While the prosecution may be blind, rest assured the League of Legislators sees all. Terezi, call a witness. Oh, well played, Lemonsnout, well played. The prosecution's key witness murdered. How convenient. The court block has little choice but to acknowledge your cunning. You've earned just a teensy sliver of your respect back. For now. But wait. Oh my, what have we here? The prosecution begs your pardon, dear Senator, but you appear to have dropped something. A personal satchel, perhaps? Chock full of illicit embezzled beetles with which you have the unmitigated cheek to waltz before his tyranny concealed beneath your ill-gotten finery? The prosecution requests a short recess from his honorable tyranny so that all law-abiding and mother-grub-fearing citizens may go outside and puke. Terezi, sentence the criminal. As the prosecutor, it is your job to reach a final verdict and sentence the reprehensible felon, while his tyranny watches in silence and submits grim approval. But you take pity on this miserable bureaucrat. You are feeling merciful. You will give him a fighting chance. You flip a double-headed troll Khagar to decide his fate. You do this quite often when making important decisions, kind of like Batman's nemesis Two-Face, or that guy from No Country for Old Men. It turns out there are lots of badasses out there flipping coins, but those are Earth things, and you've never heard of them. It's safe to say you borrowed this gimmick from one of the many, many troll things out there that's got hard-boiled dudes flipping coins for major stakes. You base the habit on whichever one smells the most badass. Terezi, flip. The coin tumbles through the air. Lemon Snout is sweating bullets. A favorable flip. The senator exhales in relief. But what are you so happy about, Mr. Lemon Snout? He looks a bit confused. He quivers his lowly proboscis at the coin. See? The coin has exonerated him. Coin? What coin? Surely you jest, Mr. Senator. The prosecution sees no coin. She's blind, remember?
that's pretty good. Oh.
Terezi, adjourn. Another triumph for justice. The court block is adjourned. You offer final salutations to his tyranny in the customary manner. Okay, that's not customary at all. You're just kind of weird. It's just that your red chalk is the most delicious chalk. You cannot get enough of it. Anyone who says there is more delicious chalk out there simply reeks of deceit. Hey, don't diss WV like that. You sure had to go to a lot of trouble to do that. Terezi, go get Kane. You take your walking cane, which you use as a weapon, kind of like Earth Daredevil, who you've never heard of. You will use it to wall up enemies when you enter the medium. Like this. Terezi, begin recruiting red team members. Your nose begins scouring your chump roll through the saliva smears on your monitor for potential teammates you can start playing. Not her. Nope, not her either. Definitely not that guy. Okay, how about this girl? You like to roleplay with her sometimes via chat. You pretend you are a member of the mysterious and noble Dragonade race, while she does her own goofy thing. You don't have it in your heart to tell her that your chat RPing is meant facetiously. Terezi. Troll AC. Okay.
Here we go. I'm trying to think if I want to do this. Okay.
Oh god. GC lands on your whelping stoop and raps on your cave with her noble and elegant talon, and once with her mighty snout for good measure.
AC saunters from her dark cave a little bit, sloppy from the recent kill. AC uses one of her mouths to lick the fresh blood off her paws, and the other one to blow a kiss.
GC, with a mighty whisk of her mighty tail, plucks the kiss out of the air mightily. GC pockets the kiss in her enchanted rucksack for later, to do something magical, like make goblin wishes come true.
Yes, AC finds that to be most admirable of a kiss. She thinks that the goblin wishes need to come true too, just like any other kind of person's wishes. AC begs your pardon while she rips apart this tasty beast to prepare a meal for her cubs.
GC eyes the beast hungrily and mightily.
Uh-oh.
GC eyes the cubs hungrily and mightily, especially mightily.
Don't you dare. I mean, AC shouts, don't you dare, indignantly.
But it is too late. GC scoops up a plump cub with her glistening majestic tail and flies off magically. The innocent cub is crying and crying and crying.
AC says no and looks a bit crestfallen. AC gets a clever idea to stake the majestic dragon's mighty hunger. She prepares the lion's share of the slain armored color bear for GC.
GC's magnificent curiosity has been perked. Is it a bull collar bear? Oops, she asked that.
AC pauses a moment and nods knowingly with a couple of smug grins on her face. She confirms it is indeed the bulliest of bears.
GC instantly loses interest in the puny cub and drops it to the ground far below.
But as it happens, the really cute cub lands in a bush, safe and sound. Pew.
GC's alarming and splendiferous girth settles over the succulent collar bear steak. When she finishes the savory red meat, she lifts her proud, wise head and opens her great big mouth and speaks the ancient tongue of 1,000 wisdoms. She says, "Hey, do you want to play a game with me?"
AC crinkles her nose up and prepares a really unprecedented marathon of baffling feline obstinacy. Her dragonid suitor will make neither rhyme nor reason of her perplexing behavior for even an instant.
No, that was a real question. Want to play a game?
Oh, okay. If you mean a computer game, then yes, that sounds like fun.
Okay, you can be on my team.
Team? Who else is playing?
I haven't decided yet. A whole bunch of us in 2 teams.
Oh, well, it does sound like it will be a lot of fun. But think I should be permission first.
Blah, that's so stupid. He's not the boss of you.
I know, but still, I'm kind of scared of him, and I think perhaps it is best to just run it by him first, so there isn't a kerfuffle about it or anything.
This is stupid in such a terrible myriad of dumb ways. You shouldn't be afraid of anyone. You kill big animals with your bare hands. And in any case, he lives nowhere near you, so the whole thing is extra stupid.
I know. I don't think it will be a big deal. I'll just mention it casually and it'll be fine. I'm sure then we can play in just a little bit.
Fine. In the meantime, I will go round up some more people to play.
Okay. I kept switching between I couldn't settle on one.
That is why we were not telling you the way she typed.
Oh, that's iffy. I will work on that eventually. I think I'm settled on it towards the end there. Lith I can do pretty easy.
Terezi, Troll TC. Hey, Gamsies, you want to play Gameses with me?
Yeah, that sounds like the motherfucking shit, bitches.
It sure is hard to ignore the weird things you say sometimes. You then proceed to have the rest of this conversation we already read. No luck in getting, this guy to play with you right now either. You guess that leaves... Oh no, not Carcat. You're only going to ask him as a last resort. You wonder what he wants. You'll try to avoid mentioning the game. Hopefully he hasn't caught wind of it yet. Oh god. Terezi, deal with Carcat. Oh. Oh no.
Good luck.
Hey, guess what? Big news. Like, holy shit, stop the presses. This is humongous deal sort of news. What is it? You're not the red team leader. That's me. I'm the leader. It's been decided on an official basis. Okay, so I guess I'm supposed to make a big stink about this and say, well, I want to be the leader. What? No, I mean you can, but it won't do any good because I'm the leader and that's all there is to evacuate through your protein chute on the matter. Well, it may surprise you to know that I don't give a crap who gets to be a leader because unlike you, I actually have a fucking smidgen of maturity and self-respect. That's a lie. You're more of a melodrama and you know it. And this stuff you're saying is a pretend oh god. Carcat, why? Like a rocket-propelled, spring-loaded up the ass of a psychedelic fucking freak-out weasel on idiot drugs, so let's not play make-believe games here. Leader, me. Carcat, I don't care. You can be the stupid leader, I just want to play this game. Okay, great. If it's any wait, hold up. No, I've slipped into fucking Dave.
That line is a very Dave line, so...
Hold
I
up.
know that line by heart.
Okay, great. If it's any consolation, I've selected you to be my second in command. Really? Swoon. Fuck you. Offer rescinded. Okay, but seriously, I would have suggested you be the leader, but honestly, it comes with serious responsibilities, and I wasn't sure if you were up to it. How could you think that? I'm an incredible leader with all kinds of prioritization and command skills. I'm gonna rock the cock off this weather vane, and the blue team will wish they never slithered out of the mother grub's heinous undulating asshole. So just give me the full briefing. What do you know? Okay, the thing you need to know is the leader starts out by running the client application, while I, the lowly second officer, connects to you with the server, while I remain generally in awe of your manly grandeur, and I sit at my computer doing menial chores in support of your heroic escapades, which honestly I don't think you're ready for, but whatever. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I was made for. Being in charge of adventure, running around and stuff, and fucking shit up like a goddamn hero with a ripper wasp in his jock. Let's get cracking here. Launch your server or whatever. I'll install the hero program. The client. Yeah. Okay, if you insist. Far be it from me to stop you from being so dashing and courageous, and to be perfectly honest, a little bit handsome. Yes, exactly. Now you're making sense. This is the kind of thing that sane people say. Keep at it. There's hope for you yet. Okay, I'll try. Anything to get you to stop being such a baby. What's a baby? Oh, it's like a mythical little pink monkey, something my Lucis dreams about. I thought you didn't have one. I don't. Yet. I'm not allowed to. Why not? Why have you never mentioned this anyway? Honestly, Terezi, it sounds like more frothing loony block nonsense. If I ever did have one, it would mean the world was coming to an end. Oh, thank God you just said something normal. I was starting to worry there. Whew, back in sane land. It's true. I don't completely understand it, but that's what it told me. We need to get you out of that fucking tree and into a proper goddamn lawn ring. You've been stunted living up there by the whispers of fucking bark gnomes or something. I think one of my neighbors was called recently. Maybe you could live there. No way, screw lawn rings, more like yawn rings. I love my tree. You're welcome to visit sometime. It's especially nice in the third autumn. Okay, well, speaking of that, I should go downstairs and deal with this grumpy customer. It's gonna fondle Major Seed Flap, but honestly, it'll be quick. You can establish your connection and do your trivial sidekick stuff, I guess, in the meantime. Okay. Jesus Christ. Those two voices are way too similar.
At first, I remember, so like, it'll be fun. It'll be just simple readings. It'll be simple. Us now. Oh. Oh.
I've created a list of all the fanon voices.
A little later, after the Night of Blood's heroic arrival to the land of Pulse and Haze, you quickly crafted a new weapon, Home Smell Ya Later, plus some other cool stuff. Karkat, deal with Terezi. You can see me, right? Tell me what is wrong with this picture. No, I can't see you, dumbass. Oh, yeah. Anyway, press your nose against your slobbery screen and tell me what is wrong with this picture. Smells pretty terrible. That's because you just took a hard drag at my load gaper, which for some reason I have discovered outside on this little island. You mean your toilet? Well, ooh la la, excuse my disdain for your blue-blooded vernacular. What color is your blood? Whoa, none of your business. Seriously, was that a serious question? Unbelievable. I will find out someday. What is with your obsession with colors? It's bad enough you waste all my hard-earned grist rambling my hive around like that, not even in the direction of the fucking gate. But then you go and spend it on an ugly paint job. I killed a lot of imps for that grist. Karkat, please, don't pretend you didn't enjoy going around killing things, and that you wouldn't enjoy killing a whole lot more. Prancing around with your little sickle being all adorable. Yeah, right. More like Adora Bloodthirsty. I'm prancing around being that, okay? Anyway, this is awful. This is no way for a leader to be treated. Sorry, this is what you wanted. The leader's the first one in. This is what the leader is supposed to do. No, this is not anything except for what bullshit is. A leader shouldn't be at the mercy of the hive renovation whimsy of an unhinged blind girl. When do I get the chance to fuck up someone's hive? I should be the next one to connect to a client. No, you can't. You have to be the last one to connect to complete the chain. More lies. Think of it this way. I'm your server player, so priority has to be on me getting in the game before I get killed by meteors, in which case you'd be screwed in there. Then the next guy comes in, then the next, and you bring the last one in. Whoa, wait, what? Meteors? What the fuck are you talking about? What does this have to do with meteors? Oh boy, you need to get with the program, Karkat. Have you talked to AA? Yeah, 44 what? Apocalypse Arisen, sorry. No, of course not. Or TA? Or AG, I guess? Or CA? Really, there's like this whole conspiracy about this as I'm finding out. Why don't you just tell me so I don't have to talk to any of those double-talking assholes? I can't! Gotta step out of the tree for a moment. When I come back, I'll enter the game. See ya! A little while ago, you're not sure why you did that, really. There will probably turn out to be a reason. There's a reason for everything. Understanding this lets you be reckless, whoever you are. A little later. Somewhere else entirely. Oh, hey. There's the Fago.
It's the Fago.
Fago's back.
Rubbish from the land dwellers. Makes you sick. Whoever you are. And later still, we return to the land of Pulse and Haze so that we can rewind a bit. Before all that paint got slapped on your hive and before that mysterious hole was made. Man, how'd that hole get made? It was when Karkat ran TA's Cursed Till Death program and his computer blew up. That's what happened. We'll see this happen later. It will be startling and unexpected. Karkat, deal with crabby customer. You go downstairs and confront your custodian, which is another term for a frightening beast known as a lucis naturae. Your lucis has looked after you since you were very young in lieu of any biological parents whom you have never known. No young troll ever knows his or her blood parents, nor could such lineage ever be accurately traced. Adult trolls supply their genetic material to the filial pails carried by Imperial drones and offered to the monstrous Mother Grub deep underground in the brooding caverns. She then combines all the genetic material into one diabolical incestuous slurry and lays hundreds of thousands of eggs at once. The eggs hatch into young larval trolls, which wriggle about to locate a cozy stalactite from which to spin their cocoons. After they pupate, the young troll with his or her newfound limbs undergoes a series of dangerous trials. If they survive, they are chosen by a member of the diverse and terrifying subterranean monster population native to Alternia. This creature becomes the troll's Lucis, and together they surface and choose a location to build a hive. The building process is facilitated by carpenter droids left on the planet to cater to the young, but only for building. They're on their own otherwise. The vast majority of adult trolls are off-planet, serving some role in the forces of ongoing Imperial conquest. The culture and civilization on the homeworld is maintained almost entirely by the young. Trolls sure are weird. Nice. You leap into the domestic fray in an attempt to mollify your nannying aggressor. After a lot of kicking and fussing and gnashing of teeth and carapace, you just pull out a few chilled roe cubes from the fridge to settle the beast down. Trolls and their custodian have a peculiar arrangement of codependence. The Lucis behaves as a lifelong bodyguard, caretaker, and visceral sort of mentor, while the young troll must learn to function as a sort of zookeeper. We decide to agree this conflict is not a big enough deal to warrant a detailed examination of the action, or an embedded musical accompaniment. We also agree that while that would have been pretty sweet, we were also in kind of a hurry here. But if it were to be accompanied by something audible, it would probably sound something like this. We decide to listen to that track, close our eyes, and imagine what might have been. Wow, that sure was awesome. Anyway, moving on. In fact, we are in such a hurry, you could almost say we need to get moving. On the double. Okay, so fun fact about this. This image is literally titled... I think we have it as an emote. Hold up.
Yeah, please tell me we have this as an emote. I want to use on the double.
I thought I put it in. Maybe not. This image is literally titled trollcool.gif.
I love this. I feel like I've seen this as a pun somewhere in like a TV show, and I thought it was really funny.
Yeah.
I'm going to use this more frequently. I love this.
There's this pretty cool dude, okay? Some people seem to think he's cool. Sometimes. He guesses they're right. I mean, maybe, if they say so. Actually, you know what? They're right. This guy's dynamite lit in a box of hot shit. Screw the haters. Anyway, he's standing around being all chill, like cool dudes are known to do sometimes, when they're not moping around or nursing migraines or whatever. A cool dude like this probably has a really cool name, or at least a name that doesn't completely fucking suck. Like, at least not the kind of name that belongs to someone you'd want to just perpetually wail on. Maybe just a name that makes you cringe a little, but you guess you can deal with it if you got to. It's just a guy's name. It's not like it really matters. Who cares? But he probably wouldn't just tell you what it was if you asked. He'd be way too moody for that. In fact, this guy probably thinks you've got some attitude and probably doesn't want a damn thing to do with you. You can always try to guess his name, but instead of that, here's a better idea. Why don't you just fuck off and go to hell? Here, name this kooky broad instead. Okay, what's her name? Wait, you've got to be kidding me. Looks like we're going back to the other guy again. Alright, hang on. It appears this cool and moody dude had a change of heart. He feels pretty bad about flying off the handle like that, as if shit wanted nothing to do with that handle. Shit would like to reconcile with the handle and perhaps seek marital counseling. So what's his name gonna be? Enter name. Your name is Solix Captor. You are apeshit bananas at computers and you know all the codes. All of them. You are the unchallenged authority on apiculture networking, and though all your friends recognize your unparalleled achievements as a totally sick hacker, you feel like you could be better. It's one of a number of things you sort of beat yourself up about for no very good reason during sporadic and debilitating bipolar mood swings. You have a penchant for bifurcation, in logic and in life. Your mutant mind is hounded by the psychic screams of the imminently deceased. Your visions foretell of the planet's looming annihilation, and yet unlike the typical sightless prophet of doom, you are gifted with vision twofold. For now. You've developed a new game, adapted via code parsed from the runes and glyphs in an ancient underground temple. You believe this game to be the salvation of your race, though you are not sure how yet. To ensure success, you will distribute the game to 2 teams of friends, a red team and a blue team. You will lead the latter group. Your troll tag is Twin Armageddons, and you tend to speak with a bit of a lisp. What will you do? Solix, equip throwing stars to Strife Specimus. Why would you do that? A high-level psionic has no use for any particular specibus allocation. Solix, fling stars specibus word. You make short work of the specibus and, oh god, one of your B-house mainframes! The silicone was sliced clean through by your foolish maneuver. What were you thinking? The workers pair up and dance angry messages to you in binary code. Solix, taste honey. No, you do not under any circumstance eat the mind honey. The consequences are highly unpleasant. You cultivate this honey for your Lucis. It helps him not be such a complete idiot all the time. Merely most of the time instead. Solix, calm those bees down. Nap time. Solix, get to work at computer. You are always up to your nook in the newest and hottest games. It is hard to walk around the place without squishing them. Whenever that happens, you are screwed and you have to grow a new one from scratch. Or just pirate it, you guess. But tonight is no night for games. Well, okay, it is. But just one game in particular, and this game is no joking matter. It is Delirious Bug Nasty. Solix, recruit team leader. Oh god.
Okay. TZ, you want to be the leader of one of the teams?
You mean for your game to save the world?
Yeah.
Okay, I picked the red team.
Okay, wait. Oh yeah. Okay, I didn't say anything about a red team, or even that there were two teams, but fine.
Obviously you were going to set up red and blue teams, come on!
You don't know what I'm going to do. Stop being as though you can read my mind. It's not a power you have. Your strengths are being blind and tricking people about stuff. And I guess being generally savvy and pretty decent at other stuff, but that's why I'm picking you and not some other fucking slub from Idiotville.
Solix, please! You're Mr. Appleberry Blast, and everyone knows those are your favorite flavors, even though you type in yucky mustard, which is weird.
Maybe there is more to me than you think. Maybe I'm not the two-trick hoof beast you want to make me out as. Maybe I just want to give the red and blue thing a rest for a change and not make it so it's like, oh, look, it's that predictable fuck with those two stupid colors. It's amazing how much everyone fucking hates him. Maybe red and blue aren't that great and I hate them. Suddenly, have you thought of that? Maybe I'm more of an aubergine guy, plus whatever that putrid color is you type with. What is that? Turquoise? Maybe it's making me turquoisey. Maybe the new name for that color is Summer Sithead Mist. Have you considered that? But I'm sticking with red and blue, so maybe you should suck on it.
Maybe is a stupid word. Maybe that's the big maybe we should all ponder tonight over some hot shut the hell up tea. Tea. So you think I'm savvy?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe pick out whoever you want for the red team and I'll lead the blue team. I'll send you the download soon to talk to you later.
Wait, maybe you should tell me more about the game first. How exactly are we saving the world?
I don't know yet. I just know what I've seen in my visions. Yeah. That the world will end and our whole race dies, and this is how we save it. And AA can back me up on this, so don't be all doubting me about it.
I am not doubting you. I think you are right. Mostly.
Mostly? What does that mean?
Well, when you talk about how you're going to die too.
I mean, we all are, but especially me. I'm going to get my ass served to me twofold, double the service, like two dudes on double Butler Island. Okay, how do I lisp with island? That's not possible.
You don't.
Okay. Getting worked over by Siamese twins Mathus. But before I die, I'm going to go blind like you. If it has to happen like that. I'm not sure why, but I think it's like fulfilling some requirement for a true prophet of doom. In order for the visions to be right, that has to happen, and the universe will make sure it will. It's kind of like how a prophet earns his stripes by being blind, like how an angel earns its wings.
What's an angel?
Some terrible mythical demon with these awful feathery wings.
Yikes.
Paradox Space uses them to usher in the end.
How does it know what angel to use?
Huh?
Hmm?
So yeah, we will all die, but most especially me. End of story.
But don't take this the wrong way, but how can you be totally sure about all that? How do you know some of the real visions you're having aren't getting kind of tangled up with, sort of the way you are about yourself?
What do you mean?
How you get mopey and you're always the victim of something, and how sometimes you think you suck when you really don't. Maybe that's clouding your vision?
Okay, that's just some personal, private, emotional issues, and I'm dealing with that. And honestly, I'd appreciate you not always throwing that in my face every goddamn opportunity you get. Like, this is a big circus act to you, and that it's your special clown pie.
See? God, so sensitive.
Seriously, talk to AA. He will corroborate everything. You and C are pretty tight, aren't you?
Not really anymore. She used to be a lot of fun, but now talking to her, I don't know, it just somehow always makes me sad.
Okay, well, tonight's not about fun. This is serious, deliriously so. We are in serious city.
Screw you and your shit stains. I'll have a fucking blast and you can't stop me. Blue team scum.
Oh shit, it's on suck. What's the 4? I'm
It's a
Oh, sucker. Sucker? Yeah.
He like takes her typing work here for some reason.
Also, I'm just gonna put this out there, viewers. We are not trying to make making fun of anyone with these oh gosh darn it, it's happening.
God damn it.
Disabilities. I would not be doing this if I didn't have to.
You can't script that. You can't.
I am really sorry. This is going to permanently affect me. I gotta go for like 2 seconds to grab a water so I don't. Oh god, it's happening.
That was completely meaningless. What was the point? Whoever you are. Solix, deal with Apocalypse Arisen. That one's you, Caden.
Did you set up teams?
That is a different character.
Oh,
What does the chart say on this one? This one
It's
says
the first one.
I don't do voices well.
Yeah, see, you're
How-
exactly
how
right.
I-
Terezi, girl car cat. That's the problem.
So how am I supposed to talk for this one? Is there a certain way I'm supposed to?
Look at the chart.
soft-spoken, ghostly.
Give me a second here. Where did you put this chart?
Honestly, if you just speak, it's in the Homestuck chat. Honestly, if you just speak softly, it'll probably work out.
Yeah. She's a pretty average voice.
Where did
I got a text message. Oh, never mind. I just got paid.
Yo,
Got
get some
that
more money on
money.
Fago and Gushers.
Unironically, I probably will.
There we go. I fixed that. Okay. Did you set up this menu? Oh, we'll put that.
If you get a little bit closer to your microphone while you're doing that, but yeah.
Did you set up the teams?
I was on a different page. I was looking at things. Oh, why is it behind me? No. Oh, sorry, I had it lowered. Okay. Back to still working on it, but yeah, more or less. We should all be playing soon, and I guess leaving this dimension, that is what happens, right?
Yes.
So I guess you should be pretty happy when we finally get out of here.
I don't know about that.
Oh, will you at least be able to leave the voices behind?
I don't know about that either.
Isn't that kind of depressing? The thought that they might stay with you till you die?
Not really. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with a lot of things, even our inevitable failure, that will briefly masquerade as victory.
Oh, fuck. That was so much more depressing than the thing I just said. Terezi was right. You are such a drag to talk to these days.
He was right about a lot of things.
Wow, what a mysterious thing to say. I am so intrigued. Do me a favor and spare me your spooky conundrums tonight. You're kind of pissing me off.
But you like to talk to me. This is a fact, not a question. They told me.
Oh, your sources have spoken. Relay a message for me. Tell them to go haunt my huge creaking bone bulge.
Why do you like to talk to me?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe because we are supposed to save the world together. I also talk to you because I case you haven't noticed, I despise myself and perpetually seek to duplicate through emotional pain the cacophony of physical pain my hideous brain causes me every day. Oh my god, I just had a breakthrough. Thank you so much for this. It was great. That was a joke. Here, type ha.
Ha,
Now type it again.
ha.
There you go. You are now officially the life of the party. I just took an embarrassing video of you cutting loose there. Boy, I sure hope this juicy nugget doesn't wind up on the internet.
What is that?
Like
It's
it's
an
like a
emoticon.
No, the word.
It's his
Oh,
name, Solix.
it's
Okay, I was confused for a second. Alex, I actually would like it if you were happy.
oh, thank you for saying so.
You seem sad and angry all the time. What does anger feel like? I forget.
Have you ever been angry? I don't remember you getting angry about anything.
Maybe I never was. I feel like I was, though. Once.
Why don't you ask Carcat? He's way angrier than me. For that matter, why don't you get on his case about it instead of mine?
I think his anger serves as a greater purpose. It's part of his destiny and thus ours. It'll help him to sabotage his own designs, which are very much in opposition to the broader purpose, and will sow the seeds of our failure. A failure which will ironically prove to be
mission critical.
If you think we are going to fail, why wouldn't you get mad about that at the voices and sending you down this blind alley the whole time?
I never lied, though. This is how it had to be. I have to be totally honest, though at no point did I ever lie. But through a mission, this game will not save the world.
The fuck?
And though it is still very important, even in our defeat, unfortunately, it is much closer to serving as the instrument of our people's demise than that of their salvation. And we 12 will behave simultaneously as the pawns and the orchestra of the great undoing.
I don't want to play anymore then.
You will, though.
Fuck, that just. Watch this shit is dusted. Check me out, all dusting it like a saucy fucking maid.
I can't be stopped. Meteors are en route. You know this, Solix.
Who cares? I'm yanking the grub tube on this over-punctured bitch. I'm telling Red Team Leader to forget the whole thing. I'm quitting as Blue Team Leader. If you want to sample through this macabre fantasy of your solo, be my guest.
You were never going to be the team leader, though, which is to say, the first to enter.
Are you messing with me? You do realize I'm psychic too. I could tell so much trippy shit out of my spinal crevice. It would make your head spin like service in a fucking blender. So get off your high hoof beast.
I'm coming up.
Huh? Up where? Hello?
Solix, abort.
Okay. Hey, change of plan. We aren't playing this game anymore. You don't have to bother recruiting. Sorry to waste your time.
I'm not the leader anymore. Carcat is.
He is?
He threw a tantrum about it, so I let him be the red leader.
Okay, that was fairly predictable, but that's fine. I'll talk to him about it.
What's going on?
Nothing. This game sucks and AA is full of crap. Sorry about all of this. Hey, change plan. We aren't playing this game anymore.
Hey, guess who the red leader is? I'm the leader. It's me. Your plan to cripple your rival team has failed.
I know, as he told me. I don't care. The game is bad news. It will cause the end of the world. Stop it. So forget it. Just go back to whatever you were doing, writing your city code or whatever.
So pathetic. This is yet another feeble attempt to weaken your opposition. Terezi and I have already established a connection. We are making great progress here. We are a great team, and I am a fantastic leader. We will beat this game in no time, while your team is clearly still asleep at the thorax.
Oh god. No, you idiot. I don't care about the game anymore. I just quit. I'm not playing. You should too.
Amazing! You're either being really persistent with this transparent ruse, or you really are just that sad and incompetent. Neither case deserves my respect or my friendship. In fact, you know what? Friendship canceled. There, it's official. Bye-bye, friendship.
Like, you haven't said that like a billion times. You aren't in any position to question my competence. You're the worst programmer I've ever seen. You don't know anything about computers. Why do you bother? The only thing you're good at is yelling and making huge mistakes and being ugly and horrible in every way and having stupid little nubby horns.
To be honest, I don't see what's so great about your programming or hacking. What is a hacker even? Just some smug asshole in movies doing fake things and making up words. It's not even a real thing to be. It's just some bullshit title you gave yourself so you can feel just a tiny bit less loathsome.
Oh no, more childish burns. I don't have to prove anything to you. I'm a great hacker, period.
No, it's all so clear now. You were a fraud all along. What does all this nonsensical code you wrote even do? It's all nonsense, like a bluff. You just say, oh, Carcat will never understand what I wrote is bullshit because he's too dumb to figure it out. Well, you're busted. These viruses here, I bet, do nothing at all.
Wait, KK.
I bet if I ran them, nothing bad would happen. Might even improve my computer's performance.
No, don't.
How about this idiotic program with the red and blue code, which is a meaningless thing to do with code anyway? What does that even mean? It's another one of your scams. Why not sneak some bad clip art into the files too and pretend that's code?
Oh god, no, don't run that. I'm furious.
What would happen?
I'm not sure, but it would be really, really bad if you ran it. Just don't.
Just as I thought, you can't even come up with a good lie when I press you on it. Your bluff has been called. Compiling as we speak. It'll auto-run when it finishes. Now I have to go to attend to something outside because Terezi is doing something just unspeakably stupid right now. Whoops, forget I said that. It was privileged information.
You are the dumbest grub fucker on the planet, I swear.
Later, douchebag.
KK, do not run that code. Hello?
Carcinogeneticist's computer exploded.
Oh my god.
You are highly startled by the totally unexpected explosion. Karkat and his friends and everyone they would ever meet thereafter would experience great misfortune on account of the curse unwittingly implemented through Solix's esoteric MOB1US virus. Every troll's Lucis would soon die. All but one of their kernel sprites would be prototyped with a dead Lucis, each prior to entering the medium. Upon entry, they would each have a bittersweet reunion with the creature after the kernel hatched, triggering the sprite's metamorphosis. For the first time, the trolls would be able to have verbal conversations with their custodians and would be guided by them along their journeys. Unfortunately, the underlings in Warring Royalty would gain the benefits of the monstrous prototypings as well. Each sprite, except for one, would only be prototyped once. The players would learn quickly that while one pre-entry prototyping per player was absolutely necessary for ultimate success, additional pre-entry prototypings merely empowered their enemies unnecessarily. The game has no explicit rule that demands something dead for prototyping, but in practice, the kernel sprite has particular attraction to the deceased or the doomed. Across every session ever played, exceptions to this pattern are extremely rare. Solix, lament. Why did you send Karkat that code? It was such a bad idea. You suppose it was a boastful gesture to get a friend to think more highly of you, but why would flaunting your superior skills accomplish this? It was foolish. You ought to wipe all these clever viruses you wrote off your computer. They can only bring more trouble. Solix, delete. While deleting your virus folders, you pause on one oddball file you have lying around. You did not write this virus. You copied it from an obscure server, far beyond your planet's global network. This application is running on that server perpetually. It is an extremely simple till-death program. Its main loop is tied to the lifespan of the universe. When the universe dies, a mysterious subprogram will be executed. You have no way of knowing what that subprogram does. It runs on a protected part of the server. It is completely unhackable. You delete the file, but it won't do much good. The program is already running elsewhere. Luckily, whatever harm it will do will not be done for many billions of years. And even then, what harm could a virus do after the expiration of the universe? This file always struck you as quite odd. Well, I think I know what that's about. But Solix, even with his vision twofold, does not have the perceptional luxuries of our vision omnipresent. When executed, the sub-program will summon an indestructible demon into the recently voided universe. This monstrous being with the power to travel through time is inconvenienced very little by his arrival upon the Great Undoing. He has the entire cadaver of the expired universe to pick apart at his whim, from its birth through its swelling maturity and tapering decay. In reality, he is known to have marked for predation. He will go about assembling followers through various epochs, even going as far as personally establishing the parameters for his future summoning. Solix couldn't know that the virus is essentially a formality. The demon is already here.
Wait a minute, that's green. That's green. and that's felt. That has something to do with it's gotta be.
No, we're not.
Wait, what if the demon is Lord English?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Sounds like your
Might be
Lucis is
Lord.
agitated about something up there. You already gave him his serving of honey today. If he thinks he can get more, well, that's just greedy. You wonder what could be bothering him. You keep your enormous bicyclops chained to the roof of your communal hive stem. It is the only place there is room for him. Dueling with him on the roof during feeding time is a daily ordeal. Be the other girl. You are now one of the 5 other girls. Stop being the other girl. You are no longer the other girl, or any of the other 5 for that matter. What's the name of this dude sitting in his 4-wheel device? Your name is Tavros Nitrum. You are known to be heavily arrested by fairy tales and fantasy stories. You have an acute ability to commune with the many creatures of Alternia, a skill you have utilized to capture and train a great many. They are all your friends, as well as your warriors, which you pit in battle through a variety of related card and role-playing games. You used to engage in various forms of more extreme role-playing with some of your other friends before you had an accident. You like to engage in the noble practice of Alternian slam poetry, possibly the oldest, most revered, and certainly freshest art form in your planet's rich history. You have a profound fascination with the concept of flight and all lore surrounding the topic. You believe in fairies, even though they aren't real. Your troll tag is Adios Toreador, and you, speak in a sort of, faltering manner. What will you do? Tavros, cut to the chase and play card games immediately. You kickstart a rousing match of Fight is Spawn, with the only friend you've got to play with in person, your loyal Lucis Tinkerbolt. You take a look at the favorable hand you dealt yourself and crack a mischievous smile. With a host plush at the ready, you quickly lob an Uguna bomb and catch your adversary off guard. Horseroni, I choose you! Tavros, command faithful steed. With a brooding whinny, Horseroni shuffles his mighty hooves and makes short work of the Fight-a-Sucker, boosting his vitals. Horseroni is now primed and raring for battle. Look out, Tinkerball. Tavros, Horseroni, Spawn Tech, Slumber Buddies. You use your awesome bestial communion abilities and bend the ferocious stallion to your whim. Tinkerball can't stand the suspense. Nap time! Everybody wins. Horseroni gains a bunch of levels. In no time he'll be ready to breed and you can put him out to stud. Good game, everybody. That was a lot of fun. Time to do some other stuff, you guess. Tavros, roll up your ramp. This is how you get up to your Recuperacoon when it's time to rest. It's kind of a production getting in and out. Tavros, hop in. You can't fit all the way in because of your huge horns. It makes it hard to get any solid shut-eye. Oh great, now you're covered in slime. Why did you do this? You're gonna have to change your clothes. There goes another solid hour down the tubes. Ah, damn, and there goes your four-wheel device down the ramp. That happens a lot. Tavros, take a lance. After a major cleanup rigmarole and a lot of crawling around your respite block, you equip your jousting lance. You like to practice your jousting outside. One day, you hope to prove yourself worthy of recruitment into the halls of the dreaded Imperial Cavalreapers, assuming you are not slated for culling first on account of your disability, or really any other arbitrary reason. Tavros, admire posters. You wheel over to your favorite poster featuring Pupa Pan, which is your favorite thing. You've always fantasized that one day, intrepid young Pupa would come and take you away, and together you would fly to a beautiful paradise planet of legend that has all sorts of fanciful stuff like pirates' treasure, a cruel villain with a missing arm and a missing eye, and these weird aliens called Indians. Oh god. You've left your window open since you were very young, just in case Pupa stopped by one night and decided to splash a pinch of special stardust in your face. You have had this interest far prior to your accident. Being paralyzed isn't what made you want to be able to fly. That would be dumb and would make no sense. Being paralyzed does sort of make you want to be able to walk, though.
I'll allow this one joke because the movie itself was a little bit offensive.
Way in the future. Over the course of your long journey, at one point you were fitted with a cool pair of robo-legs. The guy who likes to build robots built them for you. But then, he does like to break them more than he likes to build them. It's usually why he builds them in the first place. Occasionally, though, he will allow philanthropy to override misanthropopy. You were lucky enough to have a friend who didn't mind getting her hands dirty on account of your best interest. A friend with a chainsaw.
And it feels like it'd be another good.
Who's that?
Who's that? This kind of feels like another good situation to maybe funny gift to throw into the Discord.
Friend with a chainsaw.
The guy who likes to build robots just stood there and watched. It would always make everyone uncomfortable whenever he would just stand there and watch. And way back again. But before that, you had to scoot around in your wheel device throughout the various worlds of the medium, and endure all sorts of follies related to your disability, which on account of their great plurality and marginal relevance, we will not get to see. Just as well. Wow, look what happens when you space out and contemplate the future like that. The messages start piling up. Tavros, deal with AG. That's you, Kaden. God. What is even this one? Well, I know who this is. I'm just like... Okay, yeah, that tracks.
It was the best way I could describe her.
That tracks.
So which one is this? On the thing?
After Terezi, I believe.
Oh god, I got it. Okay. Well, time to put the okay. Tavros!
Hey.
Red team's gonna bite the dust, and I know you're on the red team.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, you totally are. My team's got no use for a boy that can't make no use of his legs. You were.
So she uses 8 as a replacement for the letter B and also to be 8.
Okay. You were.
That word is faded.
Oh God.
Yeah.
You were fated for a team of losers, full of blind girls and lame boys and cranky imbeciles.
Okay, you're probably right about that, but I shouldn't be talking to you.
Oh?
I promised I wouldn't talk to you anymore.
What? Promised who?
Rufio.
Oh my God, who's that? I hate this guy already.
He's, okay. Someone said I should give my self-esteem a name, and to be careful about what I say. Make sure I don't hurt his feelings.
So he's imaginary, a fake. Like a made-up friend that boy fairies are. Made-up, make-believe, fakey fake fakes. Who told you to do something so fraudulent?
GA, but I don't know if she's joking about it. It might be a joke. I don't know, but I did it anyway.
Oh man, what a meddler. I hate her meddling. Why is she always meddling? I don't know if it's a joke, but man, I don't think it was a joke. It was more like, okay, complete this analog. Laughing is to a joke as meddling is to. Exactly, that's what she just did to you. It is worse than a joke. It's worse than anything you can do. Next time, tell her she can cancel. That's what I do. She keeps bugging me and fussing and meddling. What's her deal? I guess it's flattering that she wants to talk to me so much, though. I guess I don't mind. It's cool. Anyway, Tavros, you've been amazingly boring as usual, so I'm going to go.
Okay.
This show needs to get on the freaking road. Believe it or not, the blue team doesn't have a single player in the session yet. Well, you guys have like 2 or 3 or such. Unbelievable. I wonder what the holdup is. Oh well, let's face it. You guys need the head start. Okay, anyway, good luck to you. It'll be just like old times. Adios. What?
Taurus snore.
Toria
snore.
snore, yeah.
Bye.
God,
Tavros,
that hurt my throat.
rap with TC.
Did it work though? Oh my God.
No.
God. What the fuck, my brother? I'm so sorry I kind of zoned out there.
Hi. That's okay. I wasn't expecting you to not be zoned out for any reason, so I guess I don't understand your apology.
Alright, fuck yeah, it's all good anyway. I just zoned out when I was supposed to be all about being to tell you you are all on my team.
Yeah. The red team, you mean?
Shit, motherfucking yeah, my wicked motherfucker. Honk, honk, honk.
Okay, that's great. I just heard about this from someone I don't want to talk about, but it still basically qualifies as good news.
Honk. Fuck, you stole my fucking nose, bro. What got you even up the... What?
Gumption.
Gumption.
To fucking do the shit like that.
I don't know. It's just kind of the obvious thing to do. Stick the circle in front of in front of the dots and behind the bendy one. Plus, yeah, my horns. You didn't do the laugh. Maybe we could slam about it.
Yeah, I could kick that shit out of some rhymes, bro. I'll stir up some fucking Elvis and rip open a fucking bag of harsh whimsy.
Yeah, you could talk about the clown things, which I don't really understand ever, but that's okay, because it's kind of funny. Whereas I'll address some topics pertaining to my interests and, I guess, personal motives.
Yeah, fuck yeah, that'd be how shit's all usually up and fucking locked, bro. But first, here's the thing with the game.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot about the red team game.
Yeah, okay, if I remember right, this is how we're juggling this shit. Lots of fucking balls in the air. Teresi connected to Karkat, so he's fucking chill. And then I'm supposed to connect to her soon and get her all chill too. But she's in the woods doing something. When she comes back, she starts playing. So in the mean motherfucking time, I'm supposed to get you to connect to me. But I fucking spaced out and forgot. Because I guess I was too motherfucking chill all up in this shit.
Yeah, I understand.
So just download this motherfucker I'm sending you so we can kick this bitch down the stairs.
Okay, I'll do that. And in the meantime, shall I cue up the strict beats?
Oh, brother, now you all fuck up and done it. You are fucking held deep in a big sloppy massacre pie topped with motherfucking whipped rhyme. How strict are those beats at, motherfucker?
Well, I turned up those bitches to a pretty stern, set beats to lecture, and I'm kind of going hog wild on the Churmageddon dog. What was that word?
Curmudgeon?
Curmudgeon. Gross.
It sucks.
I read cum originally, so.
Fun if you just kind of said that, just like, oh shit.
The cum knob.
Like a cummergan knob. Which I had recently installed.
God damn, tell me more while I get my reach out for this frosty brew.
Okay, imagine an array of beats that set limits. They got a rule book. It doesn't pay much It doesn't pay too much skim it because there's not a lot of latitude. They won't stand for an attitude, and crossing them's a habit you'd not really want to get into because they'd get pretty mad at you.
Fuck so fucking fresh. You need to be slapped fucking silly with a mouth like that. Haha.
And if you got a problem with it, then I suggest you go and rap it, dude.
Okay, well, just let me sneak up on the bottle of Fago and snap his neck like I'm fucking Lassin? Okay, are those beats... Those beats still chill?
Yeah.
Are they motherfucking strict?
Yeah.
Alright, crack, hiss, motherfucking kick it!
You both then proceed to have one of the worst rap-offs in the history of Paradox Space.
God!
Gonna be real, half of these people seem like terrible friends to each other.
Oh, they are.
Everybody
I
just
swear they
bullies
are.
Tavros.
Don't worry, they all suck.
Tavros is
Dancy
cool.
and
I like
Tavros have like the most wholesome connection.
that.
in the
Yeah, that seems pretty genuine. Everyone else just feel like, how are they friends?
Wait until you learn about the relationship between blue text and orange text.
You make your way through the burning woods to meet the Lucis you never had. It's time for her to hatch. It's now or never. Since the world is about to end anyway, you suppose it no longer matters if the doomsday scale is tipped. The counterweight is the skull of an ancient mother grub slain thousands of solar sweeps ago. The egg contains a rare species of dragon, which remains blind until maturity, using its other senses to survive. It has balanced the skull here for millennia, waiting for the warmth of a meteor-sparked forest fire before hatching. In case it wasn't clear, dragons are real. While she slept in her egg, she would communicate with you in your sleep. After your accident, she would use your dreams to teach you to detect the world around you without vision. As you learned, your dreams became more vivid. Where before there was darkness, odors and flavors painted a striking picture. You found yourself surrounded by bright honey walls, and in the sky was a huge, tasty ball of cotton candy, which is this sweet troll delicacy we wouldn't know anything about. The first time you caught a glimpse of this world in your dreams, there was no turning back. The young Lucis would take to the sky and promptly get herself killed. This would be much more shocking and maybe a little bit more sad if we didn't already know it was going to happen. We already knew this, but of course, you didn't. The dragon never smelled it coming. She would fall to your tree hive. On your return, she would be scooped up by a sympathetic ally and deposited into the kernel sprite. Then you and she could talk. There would be plenty to discuss. The Doomsday device would display the amount of time you had to get back to your hive and enter the medium before the forest was destroyed. At the time, it wouldn't occur to you to wonder whether the device was directly responsible for the apocalypse, or merely served as its precisely calibrated harbinger. And it certainly wouldn't occur to you to cast doubt on any perceived difference between those two things. It wouldn't until later, when you better understood the game you were about to play. Be the other girl. You are now the other girl. Render the girl in a more symbolic manner. That's better. We can now be properly introduced. Who's this spooky lady? Enter name. Your name is Aradia Megiddo. You once had a number of interests, which in time you have lost interest in. You seem to recollect once having a fondness for archaeology, though now you have trouble recalling this passion. It nonetheless has led you to find your present calling, which came through the discovery of these mystic ruins on which you presently stand, and which you recently desecrated out of boredom. Guiding you to this calling were the voices of the dead, which you have been able to hear since you were young. The voices have become louder as the Great Undoing approaches. This trend and escalation began after an accident involving a certain kind of role-playing, which might have been another one of your interests once upon a time. It doesn't matter much anymore. The accident resulted in the death of your Lucis, which prompted you to leave your home and take up these ruins as residence. On the instruction of your ancestors, you've recovered mysterious technology from the ruins, and convinced a friend to adapt it into a game that will bring about the destruction of your civilization. And by convinced, you suppose you mean tricked. He has tentatively named the game Scrub, which is a word that is not terribly elegant. If it were marketed by a legitimate game company instead of rapidly patched together by a young hacker, it would ostensibly be given a better title. He is presently mobilizing 12 friends to play it, including him and yourself. He believes he will lead the blue team, but he is wrong. Your troll tag is Apocalypse Arisen, and there is typically a pronounced hollowness to your words. What will you do? Aradia, retrieve computer. There it is!
There it is.
It's not up to you to decide what you retrieve from your Silodex. It's up to the spirits.
Why does this feel like Skyrim symbols?
Because it's a glyph type face?
Fair
Looks
enough.
like the spirits are being cooperative today, if a bit cryptic as usual. Who's this douchebag? You found this baffling artifact some time ago on one of your digs. The creature on its facade is completely mystifying. You have taken to using it. You've taken to using it as your primary You've taken to using it as your primary computing device on account of its bizarre novelty, as well as convenient portability. Oh, look who's bothering you again. She's always bugging you, bugging and fussing and meddling. What's her deal? You guess it's flattering that she wants to talk with you so much, though. You're okay with it. You're okay with a lot of things. Aradia, humor GA.
Are these both me?
No.
Oh, thank God.
One of these me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I this is a new one. Oh, wait, is this?
This is the
this
first one you
Nepeta?
voiced. No.
Oh, okay. I have so many voices I keep track of now. I've been okay. Hi again, Aradia.
Oh no.
So I guess tonight is the night you blow everything up. Is there anything I can do to change your mind?
No. Or yes. Yes, there's nothing. And no, you can't. But you shouldn't pretend as if you don't believe this has anything to do with the state of my mind. Or the decision it will make. Or has already made.
Yeah, I guess not. I thought I'd be friendly though, and remind you that you do not, in fact, have a hand in all of the terrible things that are about to happen, because that's what friends are for. And the fact that what ensues will be terrible is an immutable fact that I am stating for this record, and the fact that we will not be on the same team is similarly immutable. It does not mean that teamwork is what isn't taking place here.
Sorry, I don't follow that.
I'll be here to help if you need me.
Okay, thanks.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Waiting for the apocalypse is so boring. You guys go check on Solix to see how he's coming along with those teams. Aradia, check on Solix. You then had a conversation we already read, which began like this
Did you set up the teams?
and ended like this.
I'm coming up.
And then you went up. Aradia, go up. You wonder what she wants. What's with all these girls bugging you? Bugging and fussing and meddling. Aradia, get bugged by AG.
I hope you're ready, Kaden.
Have fun.
Okay, give me a second here.
It's your turn now.
Yeah, just give me a second to figure out how the fuck is this supposed to sound. Oh wait, isn't this the one where I have to the snooty?
Yeah.
My throat's gonna hate me. Tomorrow's gonna suck.
Trolls.
Trolls.
Well, tomorrow would have been Saturday. Sorry.
I can't remember how her name's pronounced. I am.
Aradia.
Aradia! Oh boy, that's way too many of the same letter in a row twice. I know. So we're about to get started, right? Have you tricked Solix yet? Do you have Mr. Two Eyes all befuddled and flustered in your web of lies? Or Mr. Four Eyes? I don't know which nickname do you think would be suitably derogatory in this case, Ardia? How about 8 Eyes minus 7? I didn't trick him. It's not like that. Okay, whatever. The point is, once you've pulled the finely woven silky mesh over his dumb, different colored eyes, you and I will start playing the game and be the blue team leaders. That's how this will work, right? Wait, do you mind if we are co-leaders? I forgot to ask. I just assumed it was okay with you. I don't care. Great, that's the spirit. And when I bring you into the game, whatever the hell that means, then we can send each other stuff, right? That's how this works, right? Yes. Awesome, because I have a present for you. It's a surprise, and it's going to be great from me to you. Just from me alone and nobody else. I can't wait to see the look on your face when you see it. Sorry. Okay, well, I'm sure it'll be very thoughtful. Hey, speaking of which, what will the name of our team be? The blue team? No. I know that. I mean the name of our team. You and me, just us. I haven't given it any thought. Nor did I think such a thing was up for consideration. But if you want to pretend we both have a separate team together, and name that team, then knock yourself out. I just thought it would be really fitting. Kind of like a fresh start, you know. I don't know what are our shared interests. I guess I never really thought about this. I guess I'm used to thinking of you as the enemy. There must be some overlapping profiles. Come on, let's brainstorm. Man, it'll be great. We'll be unstoppable. Surely you must admit it will be nice to rebound from the team change disbalance.
What?
The bound. Debate. No, goddamn,
Debacle.
debacle. I can't. English.
Vibe.
I never think about that anymore. Oh man, I'm so dumb. Here I'm running my mouth and opening up old wounds, while at the very same time trying to make amends. What an idiot.
It's okay.
Hey, speaking of which, the loser isn't going to be on the blue team, is he?
Which loser?
Your old team buddy.
No.
Oh, thank fucking goodness. Talk about dead weight. You made the right choice, leader. I mean, co-leader.
I didn't exclude him for that reason. Or at all. You're just not getting it. You never listened.
Man, I've got this huge beef grub lodged in my nook just thinking about him. I'm gonna go give him a hard time. Let me know when you're alive. Later.
Don't do that. It's really childish. Wow. Be the mysterious spider girl. You try to be the mysterious spider girl and fail. She's way too mysterious for you to be her yet. Seriously, what's up with those glasses? What's up with that robo arm? What's her deal? She guesses it's flattering that you want to be her, though. She guesses she doesn't mind. It's cool. We'll learn all about her a little later. Solix, get back to Aradia.
Aradia, I would like to apologize. I flew off the handle there. It was like the handle was a bald guy going really fast, and I was his toupee. So I'm sorry, it was my fault.
It's okay.
I hope we are still friends.
Yes, we are.
So anyway, I think even though I quit as a leader, I'm still going to play the game now because it's either that or get totally creamed by all these fucking space boulders. Hey, maybe we can make the best of the game anyway, even though I guess we are going to lose.
No, I'm sorry. You can't, Solix. Not yet.
Oh my god, you're going to give me sit again after I crawled on my belly like that, all groveling at you? Like some low class guy with whatever color blood is lower on the hierarchy than mine? What's worse than yellow? Fuck this confusing caste system. Anyway, screw you. I'm playing this game right now.
No, you're not. It's me.
Wait, what's this? Are you hearing that spooky message from the grave? It is from. It is from my ability to give a shit, which just died. This is where you laugh again.
Come to the window.
Why?
Because I'm outside.
Yes.
Take a look.
I don't see anything out there.
Come closer. You'll see me. I promise.
God, I'm just bulged deep in the fecal matter of a wildly incontinent hoof beast. But okay, I'll indulge you. Here I go.
Solix, look out window. Okay, looking out this lousy, stupid goddamn window. Lousy, stupid goddamn psychics. Nap time. Much later. When you would finally wake up, you'd discover all of your teammates had connected to each other and entered the medium. You would be the last to enter. Your long nap would facilitate a series of important dreams that would prove essential in support of your teammates. But here and now, the destruction of your hive would be imminent unless you could quickly establish a connection to the first player of the group and complete the chain. Solix, wake up. The mind honey. Ugh, some of it got in your mouth. You do not, under any circumstance, eat the mind honey.
What?
He's going
Eat
Super
the mind,
Saiyan.
honey.
He ate
Don't
the
eat the
mind
mind
honey. Since that moody kid is busy flipping his bifurcated lid, we might as well take a moment to get to know this silly cat girl. Gosh, who is she? Enter name. Your name is Nepeta Leone. You live in a cave that is also a hive, but still mostly just a cave. You like to engage in friendly role-playing, but not the dangerous kind. Never the dangerous kind. It's too dangerous. Too many of your good friends have gotten hurt that way. Your daily routine is dangerous enough as it is. You prowl the wilderness for great beasts and stalk them and take them down with nothing but your sharp claws and teeth. You take them back to your cave and eat them, and from time to time wear their pelts for fun. You like to paint wall comics using blood and soot and ash, depicting exciting tales from the hunt, and other goofy stories about you and your numerous pals. Your best pal of all is a little bossy, and people wonder why you even bother with him. But someone has to keep him pacified. If not you, then who? Everyone has an important job to do. Your troll tag is Arsenic Catnip, and your speech precedes itself with the face of your Lucis, who is possibly the cutest and perhaps the best kitty you've ever seen. What will you do?
Is that Jade's? No, there's no way, right? That's not Jade's pet.
No.
It's not.
No, it looks
it
close.
It looks
definitely
but-
very
not.
similar.
What could this be over here, though?
I wonder.
Nepeta, retrieve claws from arms. You are always wearing your claw gloves. You never know when you might encounter some unsuspecting prey, or when some prey might encounter an unsuspecting you. On Alternia, everything is considered unsuspecting prey by everything else. Nepeta, scratch Lucis behind ears. She sure enjoys a good scratch. Pounce de Leon is the best kitty cat. You and she go on adventures together in search of the Fountain of Cute. You ride your Sherpod mount into the rugged frontier, and sometimes she rides you when she gets tired, which is frequently. It sure will be sad when she dies, but who knows when or how that'll happen. We might not even really have the time to find out. Later, there was a cave-in.
Oh, come on.
What?
They just do this to us.
How dare you? No!
Oh, that was so sudden.
Poor cat!
They
Nepeta.
can't do this to us.
Nepeta.
No!
Nepeta, examine computer. You saunter over to your drawing tablet computer. You use this to draw on a computer. It would be cool if this could somehow be adapted to serve as a fetch modus as well. That would be so much more fun than the frustrating one you're using now. You wonder what this grumpy fellow wants. Probably something to do with that game. That seems to be all anybody's talking about lately. Nepeta, answer Carcat. Hey!
AC perks up curiously. She wiggles her rear end a bit and chases something she sees bounce into one of Carcat's shoes.
Carcat can't believe he has to sink this low. Carcat can't believe he's asking a feral girl in a cave to join his team. Carcat mystifies in infinite befuddlement over the fact that you are presently the best remaining candidate for the red team.
I am? I mean, AC says I am, wondrously.
Yes, and Carcat can't fucking believe that. Carcat thinks about that a bit and his jaw drops open and breaks a huge column of bricks like a fucking kung fu master.
AC gathers up her brick pile pieces and builds a cute little house and invites Carcat inside.
Okay, good. It's good that you're talking about building, even if it's in the most inane possible context. You're gonna be doing a lot of it.
Yes, that sounds fun. Okay, what do I do?
Okay, briefing. Me, Terezi, Gamzee, and Tavros are all playing now. The connection order is AT, TC, GC, CG. We need someone to connect to Toreador and get him in the game. I have GA lined up for the red team because she's one of the few remaining sane ones left to play. Okay, the only sane one. But she doesn't want to connect yet because of some mysterious bullshit, so I was like, whatever, what else is new? So I guess that leaves you. Terezi said she had you lined up to play back when she was the fake leader, so I said fine. So just connect to Tavros and later we'll worry about getting you in.
All right, I will talk to him about that. Oh, AC pauses and looks up with a little bit of chagrin. I forgot to have to talk to someone else about this. I have been procrastinating, sad face.
Oh god, are you really serious?
It's not that big of a deal.
This boggles my mind. How can you be best friends with the only guy on the planet who's a bigger asshole than me?
He's not that bad. It's not
He's-
so bad.
He's scum, but do whatever you've got to do, I guess. Tavros is waiting. Nepeta, consult with friend on the matter.
AC twitches her friendly whiskers at CT.
Okay, I said that I couldn't think of a typing quirk worse. This one's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Hi.
CT perplexes over where he put that important wrench that he needed for building a fancy robot or something. He says, now where did that silly old wench go?
Look, what are you expecting to accomplish with this?
But oh look, uh CT peeks around the corner to find that a very playful kitty has stolen the robot wrench and is now kicking it vigorously with her hind legs.
This is foolishness upon 100,000 prior, equally unsolicited foolishness. You'll stop now.
Roar, you're so lame.
I'm not. I'm fine.
No, lame.
No, I'm not.
Lame.
No.
You've never played a fun per 10 game with me ever, even once. Even Carcat does it sometimes, even if he does mean it in a grumpy and insincere way, but at least it's still fun.
Yuck. Don't pollute my incoming data stream with his name, or any sort of excremental language you pick up from his ilk.
I see right through your stupid act. Who are you trying to kid? Look how you go out of your way to use words that have X's in them so that you can use your silly percent signs. Or use these absurd words that you can shoehorn 100 into, even if it's not strictly replacing Lou. You are so transparent. I can tell you like to play games. Deep down, you are who likes to play games. I can smell a guy who likes to play games from so far away with this nose. You have no idea.
If you're looking for a loophole through which you may extract concessions from me, you'll have to look elsewhere.
What the hell?
Nepeta, what did I say about that awful language? I won't stand for it, and you'll stop.
Oops, sorry.
Your fraternization with the base classes have loosened your morals. Can't you see this?
No, I don't care. They are fun, and I don't know anything about classes or bases or blood color. It doesn't matter. What does green blood even mean? It doesn't mean anything to me, and it shouldn't mean anything to anyone else.
Well, green blood is okay, but it's not great. But that's why you're lucky to have me to look out for you. Because you don't know better, and you can't fight the role the mother had in store for you.
Rawr, you're such a hypocrite. You pretend to be so high and mighty, but I know you're not, and I know you like games. Look at that silly little bow and arrow you always type. It's always there. You never forget. Why would you do that if it wasn't a playful, fun thing? I am so onto you.
My bow and arrow are highly dignified symbols.
Lol, bah.
Archery is among the highest and most exceptional crafts, held in tremendous regard by the most aloof classes for centuries.
You suck at archery.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, I don't.
Yes, yes, yes. Have you ever been successfully fired an arrow? Like, actually got one to leave the bow?
I think we need to stop talking about archery.
Nuh-uh.
Yes.
No.
We will stop talking about archery. The topic is making me sweat.
You're so gross.
No, you're the one who exercises distasteful practices.
No, that's you. Everyone knows you're a weirdo and a creep. That's why you're lucky to have me to keep an eye on you. No one else can stand you.
You exterminate beautiful, innocent creatures by the hundreds. I can't condone such wretched behavior. Beasts are meant to be looked upon with adoration.
But I eat them. I don't kill anything I don't eat. That would be mean.
I guess that's basically acceptable in principle, but I still find it a bit unsavory.
Well, I think your habits are unsavory.
No, they're not.
Yeah-huh.
You're wrong about me, Nepeta. I do like to play games, but they must be extremely important games with very high stakes, not the kind played by translucent green wigglers who let loose an excremental surge hard in their wiggler-bottom diaper stubs. As it happens, I have arranged to play just such a game tonight. Aradia and I have a private engagement to be co-leaders of the blue team.
Oh, yeah? Well, just by perchance it happens that AC has private and sneaky engagement to play this game as well. and by per snickety twist of fate, she will be on the red team with her other great friends who like to play their childish diaper poop games.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely.
I forbid this. You will take your position on the blue team with me.
Yeah, right. I will take my position into this funny pounce ball and tackle you.
That's nonsense. You are nowhere even remotely within my proximity. That would be necessary to execute such a maneuver.
AC rolls her eyes almost as hard as she is rolling around in this really interesting smell.
The thought of you fraternizing with and abetting those stink-blooded hooligans strikes me as scandal beyond measure. I'm afraid you're too delicate to withstand that sort of corruption. It is forbidden.
Nuh-uh.
Yes, you won't.
No, I will.
You won't.
You can't stop me.
I am telling you not to, and you will be on my team. That's final.
Brrr.
Quiet.
Why do you do this? Why are you so confident about conference about your stupid commands? Don't you know you can't actually tell me what to do? It's not like you even have any special mind powers or telepathy or anything.
No, I do not. And yet, you will do as I say.
Yes, we will just see about that.
Yes, we will. You will join me on my team shortly. Stand by for further instruction.
Yes.
You're angry, and I appreciate that. But it doesn't matter. Discussion over.
Sad face.
Jesus Christ, dude.
This is the bottom. Equus is good character relationship.
No, no, this is not a good character relationship.
Nepeta, give Tavros the bad news.
AC curls up in Tavros's lap.
Okay, for the time being and for the sake of this fantasy scenario, I pretend that my cat allergies aren't that bad.
AC takes a long nap and then wakes up and frowns because she has bad news.
Oh no, is what I say about the bad news, not the nap?
Tavros, I'm sorry, I can't be on your team, sad face. I am not allowed.
Oh, that's okay. Then I guess he said no then.
Yes, unfortunately. Rarity, I am so mad.
It's probably for the best that you should listen to him.
I don't know. You think so?
Well, if you didn't listen to him before, you might have played games with us before, and something bad might have happened to you.
Perhaps. But I still feel bad.
I'll find another player. It's not that big. It's not a big deal. Good luck being on the blue team.
Okay, thanks. Sad.
You fondly recall your days of far more intensive role-playing. It seems like so long ago now. Aside from a few unfortunate moments, it was a lot of fun. If you had to do it all over again, you suppose you would select better company. Maybe this game you are playing tonight will rekindle some of that excitement. Tinkerbell? Some time ago. You stand in your room on a healthy pair of legs and in a plucky little outfit. You are a low-level boy Skylark, and you wield an inexpensive dagger lance, which is the closest thing to a jousting lance you can wield that is still compatible with your favorite class. You're about to play a popular game called Flarp, which unlike most games published by major developers was given a graceful and aesthetically pleasing name. It's a title under the extreme role-playing genre, and playing it without caution can have serious real-world consequences, but that's what makes it fun. When you activate Flarp's Grub, the campaign programmed for tonight will begin. Team Charge will duel Team Scourge as usual. This is going to be great. Tavros, contact fellow Team Charge member.
Aradia, my grub is laying now, so I'll be ready soon.
Oh, mine too. I don't know where Teresi is, though. She's running late.
Oh, should we wait?
No, I'll be here clouding her campaign for her regardless. With or without her, her loss if she doesn't make it. It'll give you a chance to gain some ground.
Okay.
You picked a tough class, Tarvos. None of the really useful combat abilities come into play until you reach a very high level. But I suppose it'll be rewarding when you get there.
Yeah, I think you're right, but it's the class I think is the most fun, and battle skill is not all there is to being a great adventurer.
I couldn't agree more. You might be the only flarper in the world who really understands the true spirit of the game. Everyone else is so aggressive and treasure hungry. But that's what makes beating them all the more satisfying.
Yeah, I guess.
Remember your Clouder isn't going to pull any punches tonight. Don't fall for her mind games. I'll be here to assist, of course. If you're in trouble, don't hesitate to ask for help.
Yeah, I won't. Thanks, Aradia.
No problem.
Tavros, hatch campaign. Your campaign's gaming abstractions hatch out of their eggs. These comprise all the data and procedures you will need for your adventure tonight. They disperse throughout the terrain surrounding your hive. They follow both pre-programmed and live instructions by your Clouder, a member of Team Scourge, whose role is to provide you with a challenging scenario, while your teammate does the same for Scourge's other player. Tavros, go outside and begin adventure. You take your starting position in the field. The game is afoot, and anything can happen now. It's up to you to consult your maps and work with your teammate to discover the objective of this quest, find treasure, and slay monsters. Your stat bat has bonded with you. This keeps track of every attribute for your character, including vitals. While these attributes in principle remain abstractions due to the fact that this is extreme role-playing, they will always relate in some way to your real-life attributes as well. You gotta be careful out here. A little later,
I know. I'm preparing my throat, okay?
I'm sorry.
Well?
Uh,
Hey, Boy Sky Shit, are you going to just stand there all night? Make your move, make your move, make your move.
I just think these monsters are too strong. Sorry, but they don't seem appropriate for this campaign.
Weak, weaky, weak, weak.
Wiki, is that a real thing to say?
Yes, your blatant excuse making is the weakest lame that ever hit the coward bed. Roll your dice, make your move, advance or abscond.
I can't abscond. There's no, absconding place.
But absconding is what you do best. I ain't managed to cloud a scenario yet you couldn't squawk out of in a blazing trail of... What is that?
Cluck beast.
Of Cluckfeast feathers. And cannot hope to beat Tavros Snitchram in a abscond off. He is simply the best there is.
That sounds flattering, theoretically, but I don't think...
Hey, pipe down! Make your move. Advance or abscond, advance or abscond. Roll, Tavros, roll!
Okay, hold on for one moment. Aradia? Hey, are you there? Hey, Terezi, I have a problem.
No one can help you, Tarvros.
Okay.
Time to decide.
Where is everybody?
What does that have to do with your present cowardice?
I don't know. Probably nothing.
Are you going to roll?
No, I can't.
Why not?
Because I was thinking about the numbers, and it's impossible for there to be favorable outcome, no matter what the dice do.
So, you give up?
Yeah, maybe.
Why not roll and make it official? Why would you want to cheapskate me out of bonuses like that? It's so thoughtless. Am I going to have to take matters into my own hands to make you move for your...
I thought you couldn't use powers. I mean, real life powers, not game ones. It's against the rules.
But if you're going to break the rules and fuse the roll, what choice do I have? I hate that it had to come to this, but what can I do? Tavros, have I mentioned how cute you look in that lucky little outfit? Why, if I didn't know better, I'd say I was playing with Pupa Pan himself. Ain't that what ain't that what you want, Travros? To be like Pupa? Of course you do. What boy wouldn't want to be like Pupa? So dashing and brave. He has everything you're not. For one thing, he can fly. Do you want to fly, Travros? Have you ever tried to fly? I bet you haven't. How about we take the skies, Pupa? Oh, you like that idea, Pupa? Yes, you do. I can feel it in your simple, malleable brain. You want to fly so bad. Fly, Pupa, fly! Adios, poor dumbass.
AG just jumped me off a cliff with my brain and my legs also, and now they feel visible. Wow. I'm sure there was a better way to say that. Anyways, that's really all there is to report on the subject of me getting hurt.
Hey, asshole, stop playing games for girls. Back in the present.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I like Tavros. He seems cool. He seems the best. I like Tavros.
But not too far into the present, right around this moment with Carcat in the toilet during a conversation we have already read, which ended like this. Oh boy, you need to get with the program, Carcat. Have you talked to AA? Have you talked to AA? 44 what? No, goddamn, I can't. You know what? No, we've already read this. I'm done.
Psst, hey, brave leader.
Oh my god, why are you talking to me?
Can I join your team?
Yes, I'm glad you asked, because there's a wide open slot for the most vile, backstabbing sociopath who ever lived. You really helped me out of a jam by stepping forward.
Vile, backstabbing sociopath? Carcat, did you copy and paste that phrase directly from your personal and describing what you are looking for in a lady?
More cagey, cutesy bullshit. Like I'm not up to my lobe stem with that already, having to deal with Terezi. You both must have been insufferable when you were a team. Your opponents probably all just tried to commit suicide after a few minutes of putting up with your fancy grin drivel. That's probably how it all went down when the shit hit the thresher.
That's not a bad guess, but man, Carcat, you sure are giving me a hard time. I don't see how we're supposed to be becoming friends if you recoil from my olive branch like I'm twitching a mummified bovine phallus in your direction.
Becoming friends? What the fuck? We will never be friends, moron.
Not in hate friends?
No, more like twitchy-eyed projectile vomiting and utter disgust friends, while I perforate my bone bulge with a culling fork.
Yes, I'll take it.
Get lost.
Anyway, I was just joking about wanting to be on your team. I'm already on blue team.
Oh, really? Wait, let me count out 8 of these things. Hold on. There, I am now an enormous tool forever.
Yes, Ardia and I have an arrangement. We will be co-leaders. But really, I will be the leader. Shh, don't tell anyone. What do you think, Carcat? Can you take 2 dangerous ladies at once?
Yawn.
Come on, aren't you a little nervous that I will oppose you? You should be.
No, you're just a run-of-the-mill little fucked-up girl, a troll Kagar a dozen. I'll be taking apart the blue team with brutal efficiency, you'll see. You never played one of your dumb games with me, so you never had the privilege of seeing what I can do. Enjoy the show, sweetheart. Just don't even think about using your mind control tricks on my players. Remember your truce?
Those days are far behind me. Anyway, I can't control just anybody. They've got to be impressionable like you.
You can't control me.
Sure I can. I just choose not to.
Yeah, okay.
I find your mind totally unpalatable to browse. Looking into your brain is like pawning through a smelly dumpster, full of broken glass and razor blades. And poop.
Whatever, don't even try it. I've got the better Scourge sister on my team, and if you break your truce, you'll have to answer to her. Funny thing is, she was always way better than you, even without any powers. Yeah, that's right, I know your whole story. You were always jealous she could manipulate people so well without resorting to cheap mind tricks. I can tell this burns you and I can't even paw through your dumpster. Chalk it up as another infuriating victory for gutter blood over aristocracy. Oh, what's that? Nothing to say? Wow, speechless, I guess. You're probably crying right now. That would make my fucking day. Hey, look at me being the one to talk shit at warp speed, then log off before you can reply. Bye, idiot. Carcinogeneticist ceased trolling Arachnid's grip. Carcinogeneticist began trolling Arachnid's grip.
Oh, back so soon? Did your thumb slip on the button? I guess you can't get enough of me.
You made me do that, and you know it.
You ain't got nothing on me, and you can't prove shit. Anyway, Carcat, I just wanted to say...
Carcat, be the other asshole. You are now the other... Oh god. You decide that we could probably stand to delay this guy's introduction a little longer. Why don't we see what someone else is up to? Anyone! Hurry! You switch to a vague teaser of the final unseen troll in the nick of time. Aradia, go home. You head back to your hive to get the blue team session started. It's been a while. You revisit the remains of your quaint rural hive. Your lawn ring and the small excavation sites you dug up for practice are all overgrown with vegetation. You haven't been here since the night of the accident. On that night, you found your calling. The voices of the dead grew louder, urging you to return to the ruins you discovered not long before. You left so abruptly you didn't even have time to bury your Lucis. But that's fine, because trolls don't typically bury their dead. Leaving bodies to be consumed by wild animals is more customary. Aradia, begin session. You have an arrangement to begin the session as co-leader with one of the Blue Bloods. You understand this player intends to make a power grab and take sole possession of the leadership role. Such subterfuge is typical of their caste, but you're perfectly okay with this. It's one of the many things you're okay with. You allow your co-player to take the lead and enter the medium first. You understand that the leadership role is essentially meaningless, aside from offering the distinction of being the first player to enter. You also understand that entering the game second was also always your intention. Aradia, connect to server player. You have a server player connect to you, someone you personally selected for the role. The devices required for entry are deployed. The kernel sprite awaits prototyping, but unlike all 11 other players, your dead Lucis is not available. You have to use something else. Aradia, Tier 1 prototype. Prototyping with the frog head before entering the medium would prove to be critical for later success. Just another of many assurances whispered by the dead. You've long since stopped questioning them, or doubting the future significance of even spontaneous acts of frivolous desecration. Compelling your nonplussed server player to perform this task might have proven difficult. Luckily, your telekinesis, an ability greatly magnified through your calling, would be sufficient to move the massive object, whereas the game cursor likely would not. Your server player simply watched in mystification. She really just had no idea what the hell was going on. Aradia, enter. You enter the medium, taking your place in the land of quartz and melody as the Maid of Time. Meanwhile, your client player has been exploring another world. The Blue Blood has a present for you. The present cannot be duplicated via alchemy at this stage of the game. It would cost too much grist, a detail which this player had not been aware of. The player would have to progress through the second gate of their own world, arrive through the gate above your hive, and deliver it in person. Facilitating this delivery was one of the reasons why it was important for you to enter second. Your server player's confusion is only in part due to learning the ropes of a new game. There is a more significant reason for her befuddlement. While she followed your advice and went through the simple motions of game setup, at no point were you visible on her monitor. She saw your damaged hive. She saw the alchemiter and other devices she deployed. She saw the strange computing device on the floor bearing the visage of a species she didn't recognize. She even saw a great big stone frog head fly through the air all by itself and become the frog sprite. And though she would ask why, and you would always delay the answer, the fact remained. She couldn't see you. Aradia, Tier 2 prototype. She couldn't see you up until the moment after the sprite's second prototyping, because you were dead all along.
What?
We are all completely blown away by this stunning revelation. Wow, dead? Really? Like a ghost? Huh. Nepeta, interrogate Frog Girl.
Aradia, I can see you. That is you, right?
Yeah.
Why are you floating frog? Why are you the floating frog all of a sudden?
I'm dead. My spirit merged with the frog sprite.
Wow. Dead? Really?
Like a ghost.
Huh. Well, I hope this doesn't make me sound dumb, but I'm completely blown away by that stunning revelation.
You don't sound dumb.
Whew. How did you die?
I ignored the advice of a friend made some bad choices.
Casey rumples up her nose in perplexement at AA's really vague and spooky answer. But actually, that's good because I kind of think I don't want to know. It's making me sad to think about.
Okay. Nepta, can you please keep this a secret?
Yes, I promise I won't tell anyone about it. And by permis, I mean promise, just so you know I'm serious.
Thank you, Ribbit. Whoops.
Aradia, be the huge bitch. Blah blah.
It's time.
It's time. Enter name. Your name is Vriska Surkat. You are a master of extreme role-playing. You can't get enough of it, or really any game of high stakes and chance. You have persisted with the habit even in spite of your accident. But then again, you don't have much choice. Your Lucis is very hungry all the time. She can only be appeased by the flesh of young trolls. You cloud campaigns for teams of flarpers, utilizing your abilities for orchestrating the demise of the impressionable. Your victories supply you with treasure, experience points, and spider food. You are something of an apocalypse buff, which is something you can be on Alternia. You are fascinated by end-of-the-world scenarios and enjoy constructing doomsday devices for the hell of it. You are drawn to means of dark prognostication and the advantages they offer, particularly in gaming scenarios. Your abilities in this department were hobbled with the loss of your vision eightfold, and you have since sought alternatives through various black oracles. You consult with these ominous globes, but routinely destroy them in frustration over the puzzling guaranteed inaccuracy of their predictions. Breaking them has developed into a habit bordering on fetishistic, and with each you destroy, you add to an insurmountable stockpile of terrible luck. You have to stop, but addiction is a powerful thing. Your troll tag is Arachnid's Grip, and your statements tend to be just a little bit overdramatic. What will you do? Vriska, check out cool drawing on wall. You drew your own role-playing character for fun, as many flarpers are prone to do. She is the best character, and you wish you were her. Oh wait, you are her. Your wish has been granted, probably as a special boon for being so great at everything. Her name is Marquise Spinneret Mindfang, scourge of land dwellers and sea dwellers alike, and worst nightmare to silly boy skylarks everywhere. She has accumulated more treasure and gained more levels than any member of the Petticoat Seagrift class ever. She gained all the levels. All of them. Yeah. Vriska, proceed to computer. You have a lot to do. So many irons in the fire. Ow! Lousy dice. You just can't ever seem to go anywhere in your hive without stepping on an errant D4. Pointy little bastards. It's just your bad luck, you guess. You've had such terrible luck ever since your accident, and it just keeps getting worse. As far as you're concerned, the world can't end soon enough. As you were saying, so many irons in the fire. Such a tangled web. It is a web full of flaming irons and mixed metaphors. Tonight is a big night. You have a lot of meddling to catch up on tonight. Bugging and fussing and meddling. Vriska, take dice. You equip your enchanted dice set, the labeled Fluorite Octet. It consists of 8d8, plundered from a ghost ship during a particularly challenging campaign. In ancient times, such weapons were employed by roving bands of gambling nets, deadly marauders with a passion for chance. They all died off, though. Took too many crazy risks. Rolling the dice will execute a wide range of highly unpredictable attacks. Very high rolls can be devastating to even the most powerful opponents. Of course, with the luck you've had lately, you couldn't make a good roll to save your life. Gotta do something about this awful luck. Gotta catch a break. When you get worked up about stuff, you put 8s in places that don't really make a lot of sense phonetically.
Wait. Right at the first sentence of the author note, Hussey calls Vriska basically his wife.
Interesting.
So...
Interesting.
Vriska, begin meddling. Time to get this show on the road. There's so many people to meddle with tonight. After you ditch an unwelcome solicitor first, that is. Doesn't she realize how rude it is to meddle? You'll fuss with her meddling later. What now? Oh, him. You thought he'd washed his hands of you. Strange timing that he's bugging you tonight after so long without a peep from him. So who's doing this?
It was between you and me.
For me, I physically cannot read that.
Yeah, I can't either.
I can probably.
I have a book that has it highlighted. So who wants to read it?
On it?
Caden can't.
I can't. There's no way in hell I can read that.
Dylan, I think, also can't read it.
I physically cannot. I have no idea what any of those words are.
I'd have to
Here, you know what? I'll do it.
You want it? Okay.
Hello.
my god, why are you talking to me?
This is the last time we'll ever talk.
Still sticking to the white text I see, so smooth and stylish. I forgot how much I loved highlighting it to read all the boring things you have to say. It's like a fun game for super extra dumbass diaper babies. Like opening a present, finding out what the obnoxious thing the mystery tool typed. What is it?
A parting courtesy, I suppose. All the ways I've exploited you were meant to bring about the events that will take place this evening. Knowing this will provide context for the events in your near future, and will affect how you behave in response. These events will be just as important as those preceding it. I've gone to great lengths, you see.
Didn't exploit me. You're just a petty douche with a bad temper who likes to play games, and all I did was humor you.
I did exploit you, very thoroughly. It was so easy.
So full of yourself.
Have I ever lost a game?
Don't change the subject.
What subject are you referring to?
XXXXO. I'm going to log off in a big huff, and you'll have to promise not to use that nasty trick where you log me back on out of petty douchey spite. And then we can go back to never ever talking, because man, that was heaven when it was like that.
There's no need for that kind of assurance. I'll be brief. I no longer hold you accountable for any wrongdoing. In fact, I've given your transgression very little thought since the incident. If you acknowledge this amnesty and regard it as sincere, you may begin to find the odds falling in your favor again. This may be essential if you are to succeed on your journey.
Slow down, man. I'm just wearing out so many pens taking all these important notes. Fuck you for ruining all my good note-taking pens and giving me this terrible cramp in my good note-taking hand.
Incredible, the risks you take with your scorn. But of course, it was your unpleasant, simplistic temperament that made you so easy to control. Vicious and predictable, like an insect. If you turn a swarm of wasps on a crowd, the outcome is certain. It takes no skilled strategist to understand this. You were in fact a waste of my talents. A primitive expedient.
But what a snob. You're worse than my meddler friend.
I wonder why they waste their camaraderie on you. I'll never understand it.
I thought you said you would be brief.
I'll say one last thing. Though the magnitude of the ensuing destruction resulting directly from your actions will be neither possible or necessary for you to fathom, there nevertheless ought to be a silver lining. The only question is whether you will live long enough to see it. I'm not a gambling man, but if I was, I wouldn't bet on it. Goodbye.
Okay, my throat is killing me.
Yeah, how much more time do I have to go? Because I'm gonna have to leave pretty soon.
I don't believe there's much longer.
Okay, because I'm pushing it being up this late. I might have to go like pretty soon.
More hollow comebacks, as hollow and wishy-washy as the inside of one of these dumb black globes. What use is all that attitude against a guy who's never wrong? It's so depressing you can't even work up the energy to smash this stupid thing. Maybe you could stand to have some camaraderie wasted on you, even if it comes from a meddler metal friend. Vriska, endure meddling.
What?
Just wanted. Wait. Who's this?
No.
It's you,
me.
Dylan.
It's you.
It is me. Okay. Just double checking that. Okay. Just wanted to know: is your Lucis dead yet?
I don't know, what kind of question is that? Is this a trick? Are you trying to sabotage me? Are you in cahoots with someone?
No.
Cahoots, I say.
You sure do seem to be saying cahoots. I'm just asking because mine's dead.
What? Oh no, how did that happen?
It was just her time.
Really? Are you sure it wasn't sabotage? I would suspect sabotage if I was you.
No, there is no plot or conspiracy or any trace of saboteurs operating through the special and magical union one can only describe as being in cahoots with another. When a Virgin Mother grub abdicates and renounces brooding, her time will be relatively short. I always knew this.
She was so cool. You had the coolest Lucis of any I knew. I wanted to meet her someday.
Maybe you still can.
Yeah, meet her corpse. I guess that's not so bad a consolation prize. Seeing a big, dead, cool mother grub. Wow. You were so lucky. My Lucius sucks. What did you ask? If she's dead anyway, do you know something?
They are all dying, or are going to soon. I believe it's a preemptive consequence of the game we are about to play. If a preemptive consequence is a concept that can be said to hold any meaning, but from what I understand, if it is applicable in any sphere at all, then this game holds that sphere.
Okay. I don't really get that. So you can just go ahead, think I'm some. Go back up.
Oh.
Think I'm some dumb, flighty brat again.
I wasn't going to think that. You know what I don't think even I really understand what I just said, so never mind.
Now you have me a little worried, man. I hope she's okay. Why would this happen? This is just my luck. Have some die besides yours, and you know who's? I guess.
Yes, a few. Carcat thinks it's his fault. He believes his actions triggered an inauspicious chain reaction.
You mean a curse?
Sure.
Wow, between his curse and my shitty luck, we are so screwed.
I'm not surprised to see you endorse his paranoia without hesitation, but I was attempting to illustrate a point in bringing it up.
Phew. There goes another one sailing over the idiot girl's head. Okay, lay it on me.
These events are inevitable, and regardless of whatever emotional entanglements obfuscate their significance, they will ultimately serve an important purpose. The curse had nothing to do with it, and Karkat's notion of a curse is inseparable from his perception of events and intrinsically negative and as tailored to his personal dissatisfaction, and your bad luck is the same way. Oh, I believe anyway. Sorry.
Okay.
What would happen if I just cleaned up a bit? Don't you think you would step on a few less hard triangles?
Why do you try to help me with stuff? What's the point? It's kind of bothersome and insulting sometimes. So I have a messy room. Big deal. My luck fucking blows. It's got nothing to do with it, and you just don't even know. Meddler, why are you so meddly, Miss Meddlesome?
Because you're dangerous. Oh. Because you're dangerous.
No way, I'm just fine. Why don't you can it?
Every time you tell me to can it, I think it's funny. I mean, it's just a funny thing to say, don't you think? It's a
Yeah,
it's
your line.
okay. Yeah, it's okay to be dangerous. Lots of people are, and dangerous people can be really important, maybe even the most important sometimes. But it just means there's got to be someone around to keep an eye on them. And if not me, then who? Everyone has an important job to do.
Okay, so you're spying on me. Kind of creepy. And maybe you should go get a life. Or, you know, if you're so high and mighty and think you're so great, maybe you could, oh, I don't know, try and stop me from doing bad things.
God, Hussey was not kidding.
That wouldn't work. If I tried to stop you, you would regard me as an enemy instead of merely a nuisance. And what good would that do? So I'm afraid McFussy Fangs it must be.
Okay, great, fine. I'm going to check on my Lucius now. But I'm starting to think you're full of shit, and I'm quite sure she will be quite fine.
You're right. Anything can happen, I guess. But just so you know, I'm sorry for your loss in advance.
Arachnid's grip ceased trolling Grim Auxiliatrix. Arachnid's grip began trolling Grim Auxiliatrix.
Ah! Man, why didn't I just get the last word off sign real quick like I usually do? Let you sneak that stinking little ninja quip in there. Ah, so mad! Lousy, stupid, goddamn supportive friend.
Vriska, check on Lucis. You go down the, like... Yep.
Oh, I no, it's just I really think I gotta get going soon.
Okay,
Yeah, we still have quite a bit to go.
do we have a
like,
backup here?
Could we like cut this off like right here, and then we can like continue tomorrow.
What are we?
2205.
Yeah.
We don't have to like a full thing. Like I guess I really gotta go within the next like minute or two.
I need to give my throat a rest, man. Killing my
Yeah,
throat.
no, I think what we're gonna do.
Yeah, the next best place to stop would probably be right before Equius, unless you just want to stop here.
What page is that?
Equius is in like another 5 pages.
It depends how much talking there is in there.
There's no talking; it's just narrating.
Okay,
that'll
okay, we
probably
get
work then.
that'll work.
You go down the like 50 million stairs to her nest below. You wonder if any other kid on the planet has such a high maintenance Lucis. You doubt it. You pass by one of your completed doomsday devices. You promised you'd build it for an especially powerful and influential member of the nautical aristocracy, in return for his collusion during your campaigns. Some guy you were in cahoots with. You guess none of it matters now, though. It was tough to build and isn't perfect yet. Luckily, one of your pals nearby is pretty handy with technology. He can be tapped for parts and favors frequently. You wonder if any kid on the planet has as many irons in the fire as you. You doubt it. See, look at this. She's fine. Fine and huge and hungry as ever. You guess you're relieved? Yes, of course. Whew! Why wouldn't you be? It would be devastating if anything happened to your dear, sweet custodian.
Oh no.
Guess there's no delaying this guy's introduction anymore, as long as we're in the neighborhood. Okay, so